Welcome to Empower Field at Mile High.
Let's go get it, man. Let's go, whatever it takes. Let's go bring it, man. Let's go get it. Come on, Sam and I, go make some plays.
Denver has a touchdown. That was Draymond Jones. He walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Denver.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, everybody. Welcome in. It's Jeremy Case here for the neighborhood play-by-play right here live on the MHRT Network. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. Well, it's week 3. It's prime time under the lights. Sunday night football here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos here. Both teams sitting at 1-1 respectively here today. Thank you guys for joining us so much, everybody in the chat. Let's welcome in. Let's get everybody in here that we can. Thank you guys so much. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do things just a tad bit differently than what we're doing. Make sure to let everybody in Broncos country know we're doing giveaways here. We got 2 Fanatics gift card giveaways. One's for a bounty, one's completely at random. Both are going to be completely drawn at random through the chat of the live chat here. So I'm going to be doing that very randomly. So if you know some Broncos fans, get them in here and they can win a Fanatics gift card. The first one, Fanatics gift card that we got to give away is a $25 Fanatics gift card. That is what we're going to do for a bounty giveaway. So the bounty is if the Broncos score more than 2 touchdowns tonight, we will give the $25 Fanatics gift card away to a random lucky person. And then at the sometime throughout the stream, we will give away a $15 Fanatics gift card as well, just to a random person, just for you guys showing up here in the chat. Thank you guys so much for doing so. So here we are, both teams 1-1 here tonight, respectively. Last week was a little bit shaky for the Broncos. Didn't exactly go their way as we wanted it to go, but they look to correct that here today. Changes have been made. Nathaniel Hackett's brought in a little bit of help to help him make some game time decisions here. Good news on the Broncos side as well. Jerry Jeudy has been activated for this game, so he will play tonight. Still no word on PS2. I think he was officially listed as inactive here tonight for the Broncos. The Broncos have a few. Still no Billy Turner as well. He has been officially ruled out of this game as well for the Broncos here tonight. That being said, the 49ers last week, well, they pummeled the Seahawks because they faced the Seahawks, and as we learned today with Atlanta too, it's not really that hard to beat the Seahawks, so no telling what they'll bring, although Trey Lance is out with a broken ankle. He is done for the season. Jimmy Garoppolo comes in, and he takes his place respectively here tonight. He will be doing the quarterbacking duties for the San Francisco 49ers. Obviously, Deebo Samuel, another person you'd have to look out for on the offensive side of the ball for the Niners. For the defensive, obviously it's Nick Bosa, a couple of other corners as well for the San Francisco 49ers. They are not anything to be trifled with, and the Broncos should absolutely take them seriously. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're all about to go. A couple of notes here. Total points allowed per game. Through the first 2 games of the season, the Broncos have allowed 13.0 points per game. 26 total points, which is tied for the 3rd best mark in the NFL behind Tampa Bay. That's got 6.5, and Buffalo was 8.5 this season. So that's some positive news looking on the Broncos side. Their defense has been absolutely outstanding, has been holding ground, holding their opponents, and kind of really been keeping us in the games as well. Also, Javonte Williams has averaged 5.7 scrimmage yards per touch, 34 touches for 193 yards, ranking 3rd among the NFL running backs. Minimum 30 touches behind only Nick Chubb with 6.0 and Saquon Barkley with 5.9. Here tonight for the Broncos. So obviously the Broncos both the Broncos and the Niners are going to be highlighting the running game quite a bit here. As we look at the Broncos running out of the tunnel right now on the broadcast here. Broncos in their dark blue with the blue pants, home uniforms with the orange trim. The Niners in their road whites with the red trim here for these uniforms here for tonight. After 2 weeks, the Broncos have allowed only 34 first downs, tied for 7th best mark in the NFL, 4th in the AFC behind Buffalo with 31, Cincinnati 32, and the LA Chargers with 33. Montreal, Washington is tied for the 3rd best yards per mark, 12.4 through 2 weeks, behind only Braxton Berrios and Avery Williams this season with 12.4. That is by the numbers there. So a little bit more to highlight some positives for the Broncos as well. In his first 2 games as a Bronco, quarterback Russell Wilson is tied for second in the NFL with 6 passes of 25-plus yards, behind only Carson Wentz that has 1 more than him at 7. So that is also something to be highlighted as well for the Broncos. Outside linebacker Randy Gregory has made an impact in his first 2 games with the Broncos, tying Josh Allen, not the quarterback, the defensive back Josh Allen, for the most forced fumbles, 2 in the NFL this season. So a lot to highlight there on both sides of the ball for the Broncos, but enough of that talking. As soon as I come back, ladies and gentlemen, we will have Denver Broncos football. Stay tuned. You're listening to the Denver Broncos right here on the MHRT Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Let's see what we got in the chat here. See what we going on. D-Rock, thank you very much for tuning in. Broncos Breakdown, Bronco Bill here. Let's get a win. Bill, welcome Avatar. D-Rock as always. Love seeing you in the chat. Carolyn Brack says, hello, let's ride and get this win. Thank you very much for tuning in, Carolyn. Do a favor for me, guys. We're doing bounty giveaways here tonight. Please bring everybody in the chat that you know. We will be giving away a $25 Fanatics gift card to, if the Broncos complete a bounty, if they score 2 touchdowns or more tonight, we will be giving a $25 Fanatics gift card away to a random person in the chat. You must be subscribed to the MHRT channel. That is the only prerequisite that I have to the giveaway. So be alert of that. Please bring all the Broncos country you know. Mundungus Creepy in the chat. Raiders are 0-3. Let's drink. Remember to stay for the halftime show and the postgame. Absolutely, with Bronco Bill. We got a special guest coming up at halftime later on today as well. So we will have the halftime report as well and postgame duties for you guys. D-Rock, Avatar. Thank you, Avatar, for tuning in. Avatar, a longtime supporter of both me, MHRT, and a bunch of stuff I used to do and I like. Thank you so much, Avatar, for your support here tonight. Just a thought, is Mike Shanahan going for his son and for the Broncos? I dare say for his son, blood is thicker than water. Maybe so, Bronco Bill. I'm not entirely sure. Would have never guessed Jack's domination. Well, as we previously saw in that Thursday night game last week, D-Rock, the Chargers got really banged up. I mean, Justin Herbert has broken ribs pretty much. I mean, that's what he's playing on essentially. So I don't know. It's the first couple of weeks too. You know, a lot of film is not out on a bunch of teams, so we don't know. Freaking A, more beer. Dolphins are the team to look out for. Absolutely. Tua Tagovailoa, man, wow, what a strong guy he is. All right, so we're just about set for kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Shanahan, head coach for the 49ers. Nathaniel Hackett, first season as the head coach for the Denver Broncos. I'm not entirely sure who has decided to defect and who has decided to return the ball yet. Broncos will kick it. Brandon McManus to set the ball on the tee. He will kick it towards the south end zone. So the Niners will be working towards the north end zone here. Ray McLeod back to receive the kick. I'll bring up the scoreboard. Here we go. Ball is in the air, and it is deep here in Empower Field. He'll get it at the 2 to the 5. Now bring it out to the 10, and will be wrapped up. Missed a tackle, broke it, and tackled again right about at the 8-yard line there. Or I'm sorry, right about at the 4-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo here in the 49ers team here for the 49ers, I guess. Series history for the Broncos and Niners. Their all-time record versus San Francisco is 7-7-0, a home record of 4-2-0. The record at Empower Field at Mile High, not too many games been played in this building with the Niners, 1-1-0. Last game was December 19, 2018. It was a 20-14 loss for Denver. Here we go, 1st and 10 here for Garoppolo from about their own 10-yard line in the gun. Snap now, hands it off. And he'll roll right for about a gain of maybe a couple yards on the carry there for the Niners. It'll be second and about 8 or 9 there. Canada, we like our booze and beer. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody does. Who doesn't? There we go. 2nd and 8 here for the Niners. Garoppolo at the line with a bunch set to the right, one to the left with a single back in the backfield. Now Samuel in motion. Snap now. Play action. Looking over to the left side is Garoppolo. He'll throw on the flat. He'll get him. It's Deebo Samuel, and he'll get out to about the 25-yard line. It'll be about a pickup of 16 or 17 yards. It'll be, unfortunately, a 49ers first down. Pat Surtain is playing. Awesome. That's good news, Avatar, because both Pat Surtain and Jerry Jeudy went down last game, and that was not good news for the Broncos. So here we go. It's another 1st and 10 from about from the Niners 25-yard line here. Garoppolo in the gun. Snap now. We'll hand it out. He'll roll over to the left. It'll be Samuel, but get no game and be stopped there by Purcell on the stop there. It'll be no gain, 2nd and 10. Josie Jewell, Jonas Griffith, Randy Gregory, Pat Sertan all playing. Kareem Jackson in the backfield. Caden Stearns at safety as well. Ronald Darby as Justin Simmons continues to be out. 2nd and 9. Garoppolo in the gun. Snap now. Fake sweep here. Looking over to the left side. We'll throw downfield. It'll be battled up in the air, and that will be complete now. That'll bring down 3rd and 9 here for the 49ers. 3rd and 9, 13:01 left here in the first quarter officially. As Pat Sertan was in on the breakup there, almost an interception as the ball was bobbled up way high in the air. 3rd and 9 here for the Niners. Garoppolo in the gun as well with the trip set to the right, one to the left with the backfield next to him. Snap now. Garoppolo looking over, will be batted up into the air, and it'll be DJ Jones there on the breakup. It'll force a 4th down. 12:57 left in this game, and the Niners will be forced to have a 3-and-out on their first drive here. Garoppolo looking, DJ Jones got a hand on it, and it went up in the air and completely stalled out as it hit the ground, incomplete. Caden Stearns a little bit upset, as had he closed in on that just a little bit more, he would have had the interception there. Now's the punting team for the Niners. Snap now. Punt is up high in the air. It'll be received by Washington. It'll be waved off, bounced at about the 32-yard line where it's out. The Broncos will take over right around their 30-own yard line here. 0-0, 12:50 left here in the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Broncos football on the MHRT Network.
Switch that V6 for the EV. Ride around my city. You should come ride with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me sip. Water like a fish sip. Box water to the gillies, yeah. This a new way, just a takeover. Do it for the future. Time to get a world a makeover. Time never stops. No, the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess. How can I breathe? Smoke in the air. Pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate. We need change now. We need solar, we need EV in the game now. Make it changes so the earth we know can stay around. Make it change cause we had no time for playing around. Let's quit the playing around. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green. New car goes zoom, but it's quiet. You can hear me come and think I'm lying. If I said I'm perfect, I'd be lying. I can say I'm perfect, but I'm trying. I'ma give my all till I'm dying. I'm the new Captain Planet. Here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. I'm the new Captain Planet. Here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 12:50 left here. Clayton Huron, thank you so much. Smash that like and share button. Absolutely. Let's ride Broncos country. Absolutely. Let's get as many people here in the chat as we can. We're doing bounty gift card giveaways here for Fanatics. A $25 Fanatics gift card is on the line, ladies and gentlemen, to a random person. You must be subscribed to the MHRT YouTube channel to win this gift card away. Here we go. 1st and 10 as Russell Wilson takes over here. Snap now. Wilson looking over to the right side. We'll throw out to the flat of Javonte Williams. He'll roll forward for about maybe a gain of 2 or 3 yards. It'll be about a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down at about 7. Russell Wilson hit Eric Saubert, last week for the game-winning touchdown, marking Wilson's 294th career passing score. The score tied Wilson with former NFL quarterback Carson Palmer for the 14th most passing touchdowns and pulled him to within 6 of the Pro Football Hall of Fame quarterback John Elway for the 13th most in league history. As we just missed it here as Javonte Williams rolled forward for a little bit of gain. It'll bring up 3rd down here for the Broncos. Think Wilson will have a good game? Hopefully he does. Hopefully he does, Clayton. Here we go now. Snap now. Wilson looking over to the right side. He steps up, throws, hits Jerry Jeudy out, but he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage on a 3rd and 8. It'll bring up 4th down for the Broncos, and they, just like that, they will be forced to punt it on a 3 and out. This San Francisco 49ers defense is very, very good, as I warned everybody before the broadcast. Wilson stepped up and hit Jeudy out on the flat there, and he was brought down right before the line of scrimmage, met there immediately. So now the punting team on to punt here. Snap now. Kick is high in the air. It'll be received at about the 20-yard line. He'll try to get it over to the 21. Now tries to cut back out to the outside. It will be brought down about the 26-yard line. Well, 2 3-and-outs on both sides. 11:07 left here in the first quarter. You're listening to Denver Broncos football on the MHRT Network.
Hey, check it. Hey, check it. Put the place up. Put the place up, yeah, we know what we made of. Can't get enough of you, boo, I'm a chaser. Face up, now I feel a little major. Link up and out, ego, I'm a taker. Shaker, yeah, she was a ball shaker. She shake me out that door to no place. Damn, why you doing all that? Thought you was my wife, but you stabbed me in the back. Something like a rose when we came out there, we settled facts like the Vinci. Smile like it was the last Christmas day.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Nothing has changed, says Bronco Bill, other than except no other delay of game penalties. I don't know. It'll be 1st and 10 here for the Niners. Garoppolo in the gun with 2 wide receivers on each side of him. Snap now in the gun. Here's Garoppolo looking over the right side. Throws. It'll be complete. And it'll be Brandon Ayuk for a gain of about 20 yards. And that'll be another San Francisco 49ers first down. The Niners coming out firing here. Threw a post route, caught him in the middle of the field for Brandon Ayuk there. On the catch, it'll be another 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Garoppolo at the line with a single back set. Snap now, it'll hand it off. He'll run it down to the 45, 40, 35, 30, 25. He'll cut back at about to the 20, up to about the 16-yard line. Inside the 20, at about the 17-yard line. It'll be a first down here as the Niners absolutely run all over as Winslow ran it a good amount of yards to get into Broncos territory, now down by the red zone for the Niners. Another notable gain for the Niners this week is that they do have George Kittle back from injury. Here we go now. 1st and 10 here. Gain of 37 yards. Empty back set. Snap now. Garoppolo in the gun will throw across the middle, and he'll hit George Kittle, and he'll bring it down to about the 8-yard line. It'll be just short of the first down marker. It'll be 2nd and about 1. Boy, Kittle is massive. He is hard to bring down. It took 2 guys to bring him down on that play there. Almost 3. As Stearns and Jewell in on the tackle there. 2nd and 1 here. Garoppolo at the line. Snap now. Will hand it off to Winslow. He will roll forward and barely just get enough at about the 8 or 7 yard line. Another first down. It'll be 1st and goal for San Francisco. 9 minutes and running here in the first quarter. Broncos look like they got burned hard down the field and haven't had a chance to catch their breath. It'll be 1st and goal here for the Niners here at about the 7-yard line, the Denver Broncos 7-yard line. Garoppolo at the gun, or at the line. Snap now, hits a screen out to the right to Deebo Samuel. He'll roll into about the 3 or 2 yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal here. Niners creeping more and more over towards the Denver end zone. They are going towards the north end zone here. Deebo Samuel, last in all of 2022, 22 touches, 76 receiving yards, 106 rushing yards, 1 total touchdown for Samuel. It'll now be 2nd and goal from about the 3-yard line. Garoppolo at the line with a single back set, 2 to the left, 1 tight end to the right set. Snap now, gets him at a screen, touchdown, Niners. It'll be Deebo Samuel on the reception, and the Niners score first here. 6 plays, 75 yards, 3 minutes and 11 seconds on that ride. On that drive, excuse me. Couple of quick striking plays toppled with a 37-yard run, and the Niners go up and strike first here in Denver. Quick screen slant there. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Snap down. Kick is up, and it is good. Well, Niners strike first. Here with a pretty big reception by Ayuk, followed by a big run by Winslow. The Niners up 7-0, 7:55 left here in the first quarter. You're listening to Broncos football on MHRT Network.
She calls, I always seem to lose my cool.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 7:55 left here on the clock. Niners march down the field and strike first. It is 7-0 49ers. Here with 7:55 left here in the first quarter. Niners about to boot it to the Broncos. I think Wilson will have a great game. Saubert, says Richie. Yeah. That's a change. The Broncos will take over. I think it'll be 1st and 10 at about their own 25-yard line. 7:56 left here in the first quarter. Broncos waiting to break huddle here. Make sure to bring everybody in here, ladies and gentlemen, that you know the Broncos country. We're doing a giveaway, $25 Fanatics gift card. The Broncos get into the end zone 2 or more times tonight. We will be giving another $15 Fanatics gift card away to a random person sometime in the stream as the kick goes high and sails out of the end zone for the touchback here. The Broncos will take over at their own 25-yard line. Not much doing for the Broncos on their first drive as they stalled out after a quick 3-and-out. There for the Broncos, they'll take over 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line. Russell Wilson coming to the line here. Broncos still in the huddle. 18 seconds left on the play clock here. Play clock issues have been a big thing for the Broncos as of late. Wilson at the line with 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Wide receiver sets. The single back that is Javonte Williams in the backfield. Snap now. It'll hand it off to Williams. He'll roll forward for about a gain of about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and about 7 for the Broncos. Jerry Rosberg brought in. He is the Broncos senior assistant to do the play coaching or the play clock duties and other duties here. 2nd and 7. Wilson in the gun here with a single back to the left. 2 wide receivers on the right, 1 to the left of him as he sends Williams on the right side of him. They get it up to about their own 27-yard line. Snap now. Wilson looking over the left side. Will throw it up over the top, and it'll be out of bounds, incomplete. As Cortland Sutton outran that. It looks like he outran the route there, and either Wilson threw way too behind on him or Cortland Sutton ran the wrong route. One of the two. There we go. It'll be 3rd and 7 here. Wilson in the gun, 2 wide receivers on each side with the back in the backfield with him to the left as he gets it. Jump off sides there. Free play. Looking over to the right. Will throw. It will be a flag on the play immediately. 7:19 left here. It'll be neutral zone infraction on the defense. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, but will still be 3rd down. It'll now be 3rd and short for the Broncos with that neutral zone infraction. So it'll now be 3rd and 2 for the Broncos. Here we go now. Wilson at the line. In the gun. Trips set to the right, 1 to the left. Snap now. Will play action pass. Go over the top, and it'll be thrown down way too low and off the hands of Albert Okuwebunan, and that'll be incomplete. It'll bring down 4th and 2. Again, a 3-and-out for the Broncos. Had Okuwebunan completely open. He just threw it just a little bit too low, and Okuwebunan had a tough time going down and getting it. So now on the punt team for the Broncos here. Snap now. Punt is high, way up in the air. This is boomed into the air. It'll be received at about the 11-yard line. It'll go down to the 15-20. Now cut back at the 20, be brought down behind at about the 18-yard line by Singleton. 7:05 left here in the first quarter. Wilson doesn't look right, especially on that 3rd down pass. I don't know. I think there's still some kinks to work out here in this offense. If you want my honest opinion, Bronco Bill. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 1st and 10 for the Niners at about their own 18-yard line. They're facing the north end zone here. Break huddle, Garoppolo at the line. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left with a single back set from their own 18-yard line. Jakuzek in motion back over to the left. Snap now, play action, looks over to the right, will hit Deebo Samuel out to the 30-yard line, brought down at about the 35. For a gain of 16 yards, it'll be He'll be brought down immediately with the flag on the play behind the line of scrimmage. I think there's going to be no gain there. We'll see what the penalty is here. We'll see what we got here. And they took the flag back, and now it's 2nd down. So no gain. It'll be about 2nd and 10 for the Niners here. As the clock continues to run on the referee's whistle. So here we go in the shotgun with Winslow to the left of him. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Here's they're in a bunch formation. Snap now, will hand off to Winslow. Winslow will cut over to the left, down to the 35. It'll be dragged all the way out to about the 40. It'll be about a gain of 6 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and about 4 or 5 for the Niners. 5:47 and running. So here we go, 3rd and 4 for the Niners. Garoppolo in the gun. No back set. Trips set to the right, 2 to the left. From their own 41-yard line, looks like maybe an offsides there as a flag will be thrown. It looks like it'll be called on the Broncos. It'll be a false start on the Niners. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. They'll replay 3rd down. It'll bring it to now about a 3rd and 8. Or 3rd and 9, excuse me. Third and 9 here. We're running the clock here. Niners still in the huddle here. Will now break huddle. Garoppolo in the gun with Jakuzek on the right of him. And now the referees will come in and stop the clock for some reason. They're gonna re-spot the ball from the right hash to the left as they misspotted the ball. Wow, errors by the official. Unbelievable. It'll still be 3rd and 9. They just went from the right hash to the left. Here we go now. Garoppolo in the gun. 2 on the right, 2 to the left with a single back set in the back. Snap now. Garoppolo, look at it. He's going to be swallowed up behind the line. Josie Jewell in for the sack. And that brings 4th down for the 49ers. And they will bring their punt unit on the field. Broncos will get this ball back. Huge penalty and a huge stop by Josie Jewell to come in. Almost virtually untouched a little bit. Bradley Chubb did get a hand in on him as the pocket collapsed rather quickly on Jimmy Garoppolo. Punt team on now. Snap now. Punt's high in the air. It'll be received by Montrell Washington, backing up to about the 10-yard line, and we'll just let it bounce out of the end zone for a touchback. 4:21 left here in the first quarter. The Broncos get a nice stop. You're listening to Denver Broncos football on the MHRT Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 4:21 left here. The Broncos will take over at their own 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Here at their own 25-yard line, 4:21 left. Here we go. Wilson at the line, snap now. We'll hand it off to Melvin Gordon. He'll roll forward for about maybe a gain of 5 yards, as he definitely had the will of the offensive line to push him behind. It'll be 2nd and about 6 or 5 for the Broncos. 2nd down and 6 for the Broncos. Here we go now, 2nd and 6. Wilson at the line with Melvin Gordon in the backfield again. One wide receiver out to the left. Snap now. We'll hand it off to Gordon as he'll roll forward. Maybe gets a gain of 2. They might give him about 2 for the forward progress as he slammed down to the ground, which was a little bit unnecessary. Gordon looking for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty at the end of that run, but will not get it. It'll be 3rd and about 4 for the Broncos. 3:20 and counting here. 3rd and 5, sorry. 3rd and 5 here. Wilson in the gun with Melvin Gordon to his left. Trip set to the right. One out to the left from their own 25-yard line. Here we go. Snap now. Wilson looking over to the right side. Will throw and fire. It'll be in and out of the hands of Jerry Jeudy. Incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down again. Broncos have had every single drive stalled out on them. It's been unbelievable. Jeudy almost had that, came up with it, went in and out of his hands. That was an awfully wobbly pass thrown by Russell Wilson. Now the punt unit out for the Broncos. 11 total yards of offense as the kick is high in the air. It'll be received at about the 25-yard line and fair caught right there. 53-yard punt. 2:53 left here in the first quarter. You're listening to Denver Broncos football on the MHRT Network.
you can never go back. Struggle to survive, and you're still alive. Carry on. Even if you've been misled, tell all of your dreams again. Carry on. Even if you can't forget, take a quick look and settle your regrets. Laying out the bricks now, as if you need a wall. Just stop the fall. Your bones are not even broken yet, so push yourself through without your regrets. Carry on. Even if you've been misled, tell all of your dreams.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2:53 left here in the first quarter. 7-0 San Francisco, as the Niners will take over at about their own 25-yard line here. Nothing going on in the chat, huh? Make yourselves known, ladies and gentlemen, out there in the chat, if you're in here. Please tell your friends about the stream. We're giving away a $25 Fanatics gift card here later on tonight to a lucky random person. You got to be subscribed to the MHRT Network channel. First and 10 now. Garoppolo with an I formation at the line here. Two wide receivers on each side of him, as he'll send one of them in motion. Snap now. It'll be pitched out to Winslow, as he is brought down right in the backfield by Josie Jewell again. So Jewell with a tackle for loss and a sack tonight. Absolutely on fire. Ray Haas said he's so sick of watching Albert O drop the ball. Yeah, that's been a point of concern here. 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line here. Garoppolo in the gun. Trip set to the right. Snap now as he fakes the sweep. Will throw out to the right, and it'll be incomplete. It'll be complete to Deebo Samuel. It'll go for about a gain of about 20 yards. It'll be another first down for San Francisco. Put him in timeout, something. Bench him. Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't think Albert O needs to be relied on to be a catching tight end anymore. Broncos let Deebo Samuel slip out on a post route into the middle of the field. Snap now. It'll be pitched out to Winslow here as he rolls left for about a gain of about 6 yards. As it was 1st and 10, it'll bring up now about 2nd and 4. Nick Shellick, Clayton Heron, and Danny Trujillo, thank you for the Facebook likes. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Deebo Samuel, obviously a dual threat here, both on the running front and the passing front. It'll be 2nd and 6 here from their own 46-yard line. Snap now, handed off to Winslow again. He'll roll forward for about a gain of maybe 3 or 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and about 3. As the first quarter winds down here. So here we go. 3rd and 3 here for the Niners. "35 seconds of counting here in the first quarter. Niners break huddle. They're averaging 5, almost 6 yards per play. Trip set to the right, 2 out to the left, and an empty gun for Garoppolo. Snap now. Garoppolo looking over the center, rolls to the left, looks, throws, and it'll be batted and Patrick Surtain the second on the coverage. It'll bring up 4th down for the Niners. This is going to be a great game of defenses, ladies and gentlemen. If you love defensive football, you come to the correct game here. As it's now 4th and 3 for the Niners, they'll punt at just about near midfield. Montrell Washington back to receive it. Punt team's on the field. Here we go. Snap now. Kick is in the air. It'll be let go. Bounce at about the 5. It'll be down at about the 6-yard line. Unbelievable. 7 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts in the chat? Please post them on this first quarter. I mean, it could have been worse. At least the positives to draw back from this first quarter is, hey, at least the Broncos have fixed a lot of their, minor woes as far as the play clock goes and everything else. So that has seemed to not be an issue here in this first quarter. The Broncos will take over from their own 6-yard line here. Though I think the Broncos are relying a little bit too heavily on the run. And when they do pass, it's just not a good situations. Wilson at the line with Javonte Williams, 2 wide receivers out to the left here. Snap now. Wilson will play action pass. Look over to the left side. Wilson looking, thrown across the field. It'll be caught by Washington or by Sutton. It'll be out to about their own 40-yard line. And that'll be a Denver Broncos
first down.
First down for the Broncos as we come to the end of the first quarter. They'll take over from their own 45-yard line as Russell Wilson throws an absolute strike to Cortland Sutton. We'll be right back here on the MHRT Network.
Hey, check it. Hey, check it. Put the place up. Put the place up, yeah, we know what we made of. Can't get enough of you, boo, I'm a chaser. Face up, now I feel a little major. Blink of an eye, ego, I'm a taker. Shaker, yeah, she was a ball shaker. She shake me out that door to no place. Damn, why you doing all that? Thought you was my wife, but you stabbed me in the back. Sounding like a rose when we came out there, we settled facts like the Vinci. I'm breaking bones to breaking backs. Come on, get your ass up if you're slipping. Get another smile like it was the last Christmas. Hey. Put the place up.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready right here for the start of the second quarter. Thank you guys for tuning in here. Be sure to tell your friends. Be sure to, if you like what you hear, like and subscribe to the MHRT Network. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're right at the brink of 900. Let's put it past that tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's help the MHRT Network get to 1,000 subscribers. So here we go. The Broncos, off a huge strike, will take over from their own 40-yard lines. Offset I formation here with one wide receiver on each side here for Russell Wilson. At the line, snap now. We'll do a play action pass. Look over to the left side. Scrabbling out of the pocket. It will be swallowed up behind the line. It'll be Kerry Hyder on the sack for the Broncos. It'll be a loss of about 3 or 4 yards. It'll bring up about second and about 13 or 14 for the Broncos. Sorry about second and 15, excuse me. Ball did come out, but it was way after Russell Wilson was down. Second and 13 here for the Broncos. Wilson in the gun with Melvin Gordon to his left. Snap now, looks over to the left side. Now over to the right, will throw. Will hit Cortland Sutton on a little slant there, but it'll only gain of about 5 yards. It'll be third down. 3rd and 6 now coming up for the Broncos. Now we're starting to see the Broncos just get a little bit under their feet, a little bit at a time. Little bits at a time here. 3rd and 6 here. Now Boone to the right of Russell Wilson in the gun. 2 wide receivers on each side from their own 43-yard line. Broncos are about midfield. Snap now. Wilson looking over to the right side. Now back to the left. Will throw. Jerry Jeudy's wide open. He got him. And it goes down to bounds right about on the other side of the 40. It'll be a Denver Broncos.
First down.
1st and 10 now. They'll move all the way over to the other side of the field and be into Niners territory. I think this marks the first time they've been past midfield all game. It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 49ers 40-yard line. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Wilson in the gun. Snap now, looking over the left side, will throw, and that'll be way up and over, intended for Jerry Jeudy, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. And now you see it, Broncos country. Now you see it. Here we go, some solidarity, some continuity going. KJ Hamler was out on the previous play. So miscommunication there. Wilson at the line with a single back set. 1 wide receiver on each side. Snap now. It'll be handed off to Melvin Gordon. He'll roll forward for maybe about a gain of 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and about 8 for the Broncos coming up. Now we're seeing some good stuff flowing for the Broncos here. 3rd and 8. This is a pretty huge 3rd down for the Broncos. If they get the first down, at the very least, they can settle for a field goal inside of the red zone here. As we also know, red zone offense has been an issue for the Broncos. 3rd and 8. Wilson in the gun with Melvin Gordon to his right. Trip set to the left, 1 wide receiver out to the right. Snap now. Wilson looking over. He steps up in the pocket, scrambling now. Will take it and run, but will only gain about 2 or 3 yards as there is a flag on the play. It's in the backfield here, so it might be a holding call on the Broncos. Let's see what the call is on the field. It might be a holding call. It is going to be. It's going to be holding on Lord Cushenberry. Penalty is declined, though, so the Broncos are, sorry, Cam Fleming it was on. So the Broncos can opt to kick a field goal here. And Brandon McManus will come on for the field goal try. He will. It'll be a 56-yard field goal for the Broncos here. So here we go. Snap down. Kick up. It is good. Broncos get on the board with a 56-yard field goal. 11:56 left here in the second quarter. You're listening to the Denver Broncos football on the MHRT Network.
She calls, I always fear to lose my cool.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 11:56 left here in the second quarter. Broncos finally get on the board with the 56-yard field goal from Brandon McManus. It's now 7-3. Niners get their lead cut to just 5. Now we're awaiting the ensuing kickoff here for the Broncos. Ball's on the tee. Brandon McManus getting ready to kick it. Step up with the boot to the ball. It'll go all the way to about the 2. We'll fill it to the 5, down to the 10, cut back down to the 15, and will be taken down right about there. So now the Niners will take over from their own 15-yard line. Great win on special teams. They're a little bit of a victory for the Denver Broncos on special teams. So here we go, 11:51 officially on the clock. Let me change the clock over here. Be 1st and 10 for the 49ers for their own 15-yard line. Jimmy Garoppolo in this game. Deebo Samuel to his left in the gun. George Kittle out to the right. 2 wide receivers on each side. Snap now. Garoppolo looking over to the right side. Will throw down the field. It'll be Deebo Samuel open, and he'll catch it. It'll be about a gain of 22 yards. It'll be a 49er first down. Wow. The Denver Broncos have done little to nothing to stop Deebo Samuel, and he's been slicing up this Broncos defense all night long. He has been a thorn in the side for the Broncos. 1st and 10 now. Snap now. He'll hand it off to Winslow as he'll be met by Bradley Chubb, but there will be a flag down on the play. Let's see what the referee says. Might be holding on the Niners, and it'll back him up another 10 yards. Broncos seem more disciplined. Illegal shift on the offense and holding on the offense. First one's declined. The holding will be enforced. It'll be 10 yards from the previous spot. It'll be 1st and 15 from their own 5-yard line. Now it backs them up. Now out to the 5-yard line for the San Francisco 49ers. I'm sorry, not to their own 5-yard line. I apologize. Back to their own 35-yard line. About 37-yard line. Garoppolo in the gun with Winslow to his right. Snap now. Garoppolo looking over to the left side. Steps up, throws. It'll be caught by Kittle across down to about the 47-8-yard line. It'll be second and about 13 or 12. Here for the 49ers. So here we go now. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 here for the Niners. Garoppolo in the gun here. 3 wide receiver. Now Garoppolo. Snap. Throws deep down the field. It is. Incomplete. It'll bring down 3rd and 9. For the San Francisco 49ers, it'll be 10:06. Let me run the clock down here. Broncos country coming to their feet and getting awfully loud here. There's 10:06, 3rd and 9 here. Garoppolo in the gun. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Juszczyk in the backfield. Snap now, throws, quick release. It's to Deebo Samuel, but he's swallowed up immediately. And he'll be just short of the first down. That'll bring fourth down. Great defense by the Broncos there. Great way to stop it. They knew where they were going, and they put a stop to that pretty immediately. And now Deebo Samuel is down on the field. He is very, very slow to get up, along with Bradley Chubb. Chubb gets up. He's to his feet, but Samuel is down as the clock is at 9:46 as we get an injury timeout here. Medical staff coming out on the field to attend to him, and it's an injury timeout here. What thinks everybody in the chat? What's going on, everybody? How are we feeling? I feel a little bit better this game. I feel a lot better this game than I did the last game, because at least now you feel like with the Broncos playing really good defensively, which they really have this whole entire game, we have a chance to win this game. We really do. We really have a chance to win this game. I'm liking our chances. I'm not mad at all. I'm very pleased with the way the Broncos are playing. It could be better on offense, but you know what? Hey, at least we're not, doing stupid mistakes. We're not making stupid mistakes, and we're not, things that a football team should already know how to do and how to manage. At least we're managing those things. Things seem to be a lot more cohesive on the offensive side of the ball here for the Broncos, which I can really appreciate. I am feeling just good about how the Denver Broncos are playing right now. It's going to be a slow start, but ultimately I do think the Broncos, I think we're going to be able to reach our bounty, everybody. Broncos getting in the end zone 2 times or more. We're giving away a $25 Fanatics gift card. So I think that'll happen tonight. I just think it's going to take a little bit of time. It may be drawn out. It may not be bang, bang, but I think it'll ultimately happen. I really do. I love it. I'm loving the way this game is looking. I think we're looking very, very good. I really do. So no update yet on Deebo Samuel. Yeah, we're trailing. We're trailing. Right now we are. Hey, we still got a whole half of football to play. We got a whole half of football to play. And we got at least 10 more minutes. We're stopping them almost every drive. There's only been one drive we haven't stopped them defensively. We put a stop to every single one of their drives. It'll be 4th and 4 here as we come back. Now, we learned that Deebo Samuel did walk off on his own power. It looks like maybe his knee or his ankle got twisted all up in there. Jeez, it didn't look good. Looks like his leg collapsed just a little bit funny. He might have taken a hefty shot, too. Here we go now. Play clock was running. I didn't even know it. Niners punt unit is on the field. I think they're going to just let the play clock run out. Nope, snap now. Punts up. Montrell Washington at about the 10. He'll just let it roll out. And that'll roll into the end zone. Or will it be downed? Wow. They're going to down it at the 1. They're going to down that at the 1. Wow. Downed at the 1. Let's see here. Oh. Yeah, they're going to down that at the 1. They're going to down it at the 1. Wow. They really are. So the ball bounced up high. The Niners defender comes in and bats it back into the field of play. The question is did his feet hit? Whew, that's right on the goal line, too, where the ball originally hit. Wow. They're going to down it at the 1. They're reviewing it, but they're going to down it at the 1. I don't see any substantial evidence that would overturn that call. Wow. That's really going to be down at the 1 there. Up now, Nathaniel Hackett's challenging it. He throws the challenge flag here. 9:17 left here in the second quarter. So now we are under review and a challenge. We're going to take a quick break while they review this play, ladies and gentlemen. 9:17 left here in the second quarter. You're listening to Denver Broncos football on the MHRT Network.
Switch that V6 for the EV. Ride around my city. You should come ride with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me sip. Water like a fish sip. Box water to the gillies, yeah. This a new wave, this a takeover. Do it for the future. Time to get a world of makeover. Time never stops. No, the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess. How can I breathe? Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate. We need change now. We need solar, we need EV in the game now. Make it changes so the earth we know can stay around. Make it changes cause we had no time for playing around. Let's quit the playing around. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green. New car goes zoom, but it's quiet. You can hear me come and think I'm lying. If I said I'm perfect, I'd be lying. I can't say I'm perfect, but I'm trying. I'ma give my all till I'm dying. I'm the new Captain Planet, here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. I'm the new Captain Planet, here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people on the broadcast think it's going to stand. We'll see. So it doesn't look like it's going to be overturned, so the Broncos will start the drive from their own 1 yard line. Or two, maybe 2 or 3 yard line. The stand is called. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Broncos' own half-yard line. That's where they'll start this drive out at. Boy, this should be interesting, Broncos fans. Here we go. Here we go, 1st and 10. Broncos going to break huddle here. Play clock at 15 now as the Broncos break huddle here at their own half-yard line. Wilson at the line, single back set. Everybody's bunched in. Snap now. We'll hand it off to Javonte Williams. He'll roll forward. He'll get out to about the 5, now about the 8 yard line, 6 or 7 yard line. It'll be about a gain of about 6 or 7 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and about 3. Great run by Javonte Williams to give them some breathing room here. Boy, man, that got me nervous. 2nd and 4 for the Broncos now upcoming. 8:50 and counting. Here we go now. Williams now the single back set with Wilson in the gun to his right. One wide receiver out to the left. That's Cortland Sutton. From their own 7 yard line, here they go. 2nd and 3. Snap now. Wilson throws right out to Sutton. Complete. He'll get out to about the 12 yard line. It'll be out of bounds. It'll be a Denver Broncos.
1st down.
1st and 10 now for the Broncos as they take over. 8:17 and running. It'll bring the Broncos out to their own, I believe, 12 yard line. That'll bring them about, from their own 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Wilson at the line. Snap now. We'll give it off to Javonte Williams. He'll roll forward out to about the 17-yard line. It'll be about a gain of probably about 4 or 5 yards. 2nd and 6 or 5 for the Broncos coming up. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if we reach our bounty, we're giving a $25 Fanatics gift card away here tonight. 2nd and 6 for the Broncos. Broncos utilizing their run game. It'll be 3rd and about 3. Broncos being way more methodical on offense here this game. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. 3rd and 3 here for the Broncos. 3rd down conversions tonight. 1 for 5 with 6 or more yards to go. Here we go now. Wilson in the gun with a back to his right. Trip set out now to the left. Now the snap. Wilson looking over to the right. Will step up and throw, and will be complete to Cortland Sutton. And it'll be another Denver Broncos.
1st down.
Denver Broncos 1st down here. Cortland Sutton on a gain of about 5 or 6. It'll bring the Broncos close to their own 30-yard line as the clock continues to run here. Clock continuing to run here. Now Wilson at the line. Snap now. We'll hand it off to Williams. He'll roll to the 30, 35, up down to the 40, and it'll be another Denver Broncos.
1st down.
Again, a gain of about 15 yards. 1st down for the Broncos. Here they come. That's right, Ray Haas. Thank you so much. Now the Broncos. I told you it was going to be a little bit, but here come the Broncos. Here they come. They're getting some strength under their feet. I formation set here with one wide receiver on each side. They're now out to their own 41-yard line. Wilson at the line here. 1st and 10. Snap now. Wilson looking, and we'll hand it off to Williams. He'll bust out to the 45. Now out to about midfield, and it'll be a 2nd and short, about a 2nd and 1 for about a gain of about 8 yards. Broncos rolling now with their run game. This is what we like to see, everybody. Great reads by Russell Wilson. Great reads by Nathaniel Hackett on the play calling. Now we're starting to see the Broncos come alive. This is a game where we needed to win and come alive, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. 2nd and 1. Single back in the backfield. That's Melvin Gordon. Snap now. Wilson, play action, looking over, steps up in the pocket. He'll try to tuck it, shovels it off. Here to Gordon, down to the 40, 35. He'll cut back around the 30 and be downed at about the 28-yard line for another Denver Broncos.
1st down.
1st down again. Melvin Gordon with the gain. Great substantial gain as Wilson was being brought down. He shovels it out to Melvin Gordon. And now the Broncos are encroaching, now down by the red zone. Here they come. Just like that, it can change, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that, it can change. And now we had an injury timeout. I didn't even know. This Sunday night broadcast is terrible. They don't let you know anything. They're too enamored with replays. I don't like it. Let's ride, says Ray Haas. That's right. 4:17, and now counting, I guess. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 49 or 28-yard line. I formation set with a single wide receiver on both sides here for Wilson. Here we go now. Snap now. Wilson, play action, and it was met immediately. It'll be brought down for a loss of yards. Talanoa Ufunga in for the stop as he came in right before the ball was snapped, virtually untouched, and clobbered Melvin Gordon before he even had a chance to take 2 steps forward. It'll be a loss of about 5 yards for the Broncos. It'll be 2nd and 16. Wilson in the gun with Melvin Gordon to his left. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. They're all the way back on their own 30 or to the 49 or 33-yard line. Snap now. Wilson looking, fires, and it'll be incomplete as it goes in and out of the arms of Cortland Sutton, intended for it'll be 3rd and 16 for the Broncos. See, this is where the Broncos tend to struggle here. That was all Cortland Sutton's fault. That ball was placed beautifully right in on the center of him, and he dropped that pass. That's all Cortland Sutton's fault. 3rd and 16 here. Here we go. Wilson, empty back set in the gun. Trip set to the left. 2 to the right. Here we go now. Snap now. Wilson looking over. He's pressured immediately and will be swallowed up in the backfield. Drake Jackson on the sack. It'll be a loss of about 6 or 7 more yards. It'll bring 4th down and long. Broncos will have to come on and try the field goal. Or no, they're going to punt it away. They're way out of field goal range. Drake Jackson in on that, and bad blocking by the Denver Broncos. That pocket collapsed immediately. Jackson came in virtually untouched. Broncos now have to punt it away. It drug them back all the way to their own 40, to the 49 or 41-yard line. There's a punch now sky high. It'll be bounced down to about the 1 as it rolls out and down at about the 2-yard line. Great job by the Denver Broncos special teams. They're to down it on the 2-yard line. 2:27 left here in the second quarter. You're listening to Denver Broncos football on the MHRT Network. Sorry, I thought that was a break, ladies and gentlemen. You never tell when the Sunday night broadcast is coming, or going. Really. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 4-yard line here for the 49ers. I formation offset. Snap now. We'll give it out to Wilson. He'll get out for about barely a gain of 4 yards as we're approaching the 2-minute warning here. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Mundungus Creevy, Glenn Hauser, and our special guest coming up at halftime with Bronco Bill as well. We're going to have a full panel for you here as we approach the 2-minute warning. So 2-minute warning time, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back here on the MHRT Network.
Whether it's true, all the things you said you couldn't do, not in the something's holding me back. You feed my ego, together we go. Talking dirty, playing cheap. I know I'm in too deep. Running out of kryptonite to take you through the night.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're 2 minutes away from halftime here on Douglas Creevy. Glenn Hauser, our special guest. You will soon find out who that is, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to tune into the halftime show here for the Broncos and Niners. 2 minutes here. The Niners will take over here right about, I believe, it'll be 2nd and 7 here for the Niners. Taking over here from their own 6-yard line. Garoppolo at the line with a trips bunch set to the right. Now with the snap, it'll hand it off to Samuel. He'll roll out to the left and will be stopped immediately by Jackson. Rolled up for the loss. And the Broncos will take their second timeout. 1:52 officially left here as the Broncos trying to utilize their timeouts to get the ball back here right before the half, ladies and gentlemen. 1:52 left. 3rd and 4 it'll be for the Niners. Big time stop needs to be made here for the Broncos on defense. A lot of whistles being blown. I don't know what's going on. So here we go. 3rd and 4. Here from about their own 8-yard line. Garoppolo in the gun all by himself. 3 out to the right, 1 to the left here. It'll be 3rd and 4. Snap now. Here's Garoppolo looking over to the left. He steps up in the pocket. He'll tuck the ball and run right about out to the 18-yard line. There's a flag down on the field, though. It would put the Niners at a first down, but there might be a holding call. And if there is this call, it'll be a safety for the Broncos. Let's see what's going on. It is holding for the offense. They're going to replay 3rd down and put it half the distance to the goal for the Niners. Man, almost a safety for the Broncos there, but it'll bring them back all the way to their own 4-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about probably 12 here, or 3rd and 9. 1:46 officially left to go here. Garoppolo in the gun with a single back set. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Snap now. Garoppolo looking over, will be over and sailed for the Niners. Incomplete. It'll be 4th and 9, and the Niners will punt. Now, we've seen a similar situation to this earlier today when the Miami Dolphins were backed up in their own end zone, and the punter punted it off of his own teammate's rear end, and it went behind the back of the end zone for a safety. Let's see if this happens. Punt formation out for the Niners here. All the way in the end zone. Snap now. Punt is up. It'll be in the air. Montrell Washington will receive it at about the 42-yard line. He'll cut back out to the 45. Now out to about the 50 and be tackled down there. 1:32 left. Russell Wilson and the Broncos will take over from midfield. Broncos looking to get some type of points up on the board before the half concludes here. I will be taking a break at the half, ladies and gentlemen, but we will be bringing you a nice halftime show here for you. Very, very exciting. Please be sure to stay tuned for the MHRT Halftime Report right here on the MHRT Network. Now the Broncos taking over. Here comes Russell Wilson as they break huddle here. It'll be in the gun. with Javonte Williams right there. 2 wide receivers on each side. Snap now. Wilson looking over to the left side. Will throw out to the flat of Williams. He'll get out to about the 48-yard line. And it'll be dragged down pretty ruggedly. They're looking for a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct, and I don't think they're going to get it. As Williams was dragged down pretty hard after the play. He was far out of bounds and unnecessarily brought down by the 49ers defenders there. It'll be 2nd and 8 here. Wilson in the gun. 3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Snap now. Wilson looking over. He'll throw over to the middle of the field to Javonte Williams as it'll go in and out of his hands. Incomplete as he was popped pretty hard. It'll be 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 for the Broncos. Here as Wilson stepped up, Williams bobbled it in and out of his hands and was clocked by Lenore. There for the 49ers. 3rd and 8 here. From the 49er 48-yard line. Trips bunch set to the right, 1 to the left. Single back in the gun with Wilson to his left. And there's going to be a false start on Jerry Jeudy. It'll back him up 5 yards. It'll put him over to the Bronco 48-yard line. Boy, now there's not been as many little false start penalties, but that's one of them there you don't want to take. It'll bring them back to their own 46-yard line now. Wilson runs up to maybe shout an audible. 3 wide receivers out to his right, 1 to his left. Javonte Williams in the gun with him. Snap now. Wilson looking over to the center of the field. He'll step up as he's being chased. Step up. He'll tuck it and run out to the 50, down to the 45, but there's a flag down on the field. Let's see who is it on. It'll be 114. Left, and maybe it's going to be a holding call on the Broncos. And it's going to be holding on Garrett Bowles, and that'll back him up another 10 yards, and they'll replay 3rd down again. Broncos shooting themselves in the foot late here in the first half. 2 straight penalties. Boy, I thought Garrett Bowles had learned what holding was and wasn't. Unbelievable. 114 here. It'll back the Broncos all the way up to their own 36-yard line. 3 wide receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield with Wilson in the gun. Snap now. Wilson looking over to the left side. He's looking again. Will throw. He'll hit Okuwebonon, and he'll only gain about 10 yards. And the Broncos will take their final timeout. Or I think the 49ers will take their first timeout. Yes, they did. San Francisco will take their timeout here. 2 timeouts left here, 1:07 left here in the half. 4th and 11 it'll bring up for the Broncos. Now they will be forced to punt. Broncos showing a couple of woes and troubles there. 2 big crucial penalties that shot them in the foot there. Stalled that drive out really good. Snap now, punts up high in the air. It'll be received at about the 10-yard line. Fair caught at about the 11. 1 minute officially left here, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Denver Broncos football on the MHRT Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute officially until the halftime here. Niners taking over after a couple of bad Broncos penalties that stalled out the previous drive here. Mike Shanahan in attendance for this game, as obviously his son is on the sideline. 1 minute officially here. The Niners will take over from their own 11-yard line here. Trip punch set to the right. Here's Garoppolo in the snap. Will throw across the midfield, and it'll be... At 56 seconds left, it'll be 2nd and 10 here for the Niners. Garoppolo looking for his receiver over the middle of the field and was throwing just short and under him. Kareem Jackson on the coverage in the breakup there, 2nd and 10. Niners taking their time in the huddle. Play clock already at 10 and winding down. Garoppolo in the gun here. One back on each side of him. He'll send Wilson in motion out to the left. Snap now. Garoppolo looking over to the left. He's scrambling again. Throws. It'll be complete to Kittle, but it'll only go for about a gain of about 2 yards. As the clock continues to run, and the Broncos will take their final timeout. There's an injury timeout. Sorry, excuse me. Browning now down on the field as we take a injury timeout here. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the 49ers upcoming. Baron Browning down on the field, and he is not getting up. Hopefully it's just a cramp, but they're definitely working on his knee. Hopefully you just pray that it's not an ACL tear. Hopefully they can get him to come off the field on his own accord. Russell Wilson on the sideline, just giving great speeches here to his wide receivers, trying to get on the same page here. Very important. Hopefully you hope the best for these injuries. And Browning will get up and walk off the field on his own accord. So hopefully not too serious of an injury. It looked like his footing got a little bit funny as he came up over the edge to give pressure to Garoppolo. He kind of collapsed back down onto his knee as he got back up after the play was over. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, 3rd and 7. Here we go. Let's finish out this final 42 seconds of this game, or of this half, excuse me. 3rd and 7 here for the Niners from their own 14-yard line. Here's Garoppolo in the gun. Snap now. We'll hand it off to Deebo Samuel. He'll run and be met immediately just right about at the line of scrimmage. It'll be maybe a gain of 2 yards. Clock does continue to run, though, as it will be 4th down. Maybe they'll just let it all run out. I don't think, unless the Broncos, they have no timeouts. Yep, and we'll just let it run on out, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be it for the first half. 7-3. We'll go on a little bit of a short break, and we'll come back with a halftime show. Stay tuned right here on the MHRT Network.
right, everybody, and welcome back. We are at the halftime show for the halftime of the game with the Broncos versus the 49ers. And I want to welcome our very special guest, Ty from the Incomplete Podcast, joining us on the halftime show. How's it going, Ty?
Hey, it's going pretty well. How are you guys doing?
I'm a lot better now that I'm seeing some positive signs from the team.
Agreed, definitely.
So, first things first, before we kick off into the Broncos 49ers game, all of the AFC West except for the Broncos lost today. Boom! That's what we needed. The Raiders suck. I'm just throwing that out there. Worst team ever.
Mike, are you wanting me to comment at all?
On what? The Raiders sucking?
No. On tonight's performance.
I will. Just give me a minute. I've got this thing a little bit more planned than last time where you just went off.
Just checking. Because you know I'm gonna bring it. I'm just saying.
First thing I want to say is I was a little concerned over the first two games of Russell Wilson. We weren't seeing a whole lot of what we saw from the past Russell Wilson. I'm seeing the old Russell Wilson. Running the ball, scrambling out of the pocket, throwing it on the run. He even did that little shovel pass with people hanging around his knees.
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorite plays from the Russell Wilson in that first half. Is he just running around like, oh, it's like alley-oop there, and Melvin Gordon happened to be there, and that's probably like the most innovative things I've seen Russell Wilson do in a Broncos uniform so far this season.
I will agree with that, but I've also seen Russell Wilson panicking in the pocket. I mean, he's not letting the ball go, and what he needs to do is he needs to implement his own game. And I saw it later on in the second half, yes, but I didn't see it in the first half. It seemed like he was timid. Is it just me, or is
No, go ahead.
No, Bill, it's just you. It is. The Ty, welcome. Nice to meet you in person.
Same here.
The offensive line is not giving Russell enough time right now, so he is starting to scramble. So, Bill, he's not able to play his own game. I mean, the biggest thing for me is I would love for the Broncos to – I mean, he's the best deep ball thrower in the NFL. I would love for them to call a play that just launches a bomb. We need to do that. But he's not given enough time to this point. And, it's 7-3. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's close. It's close. So let me ask all three of you this question.
No.
Okay, here's a question.
I'm glad Bill's inside.
Bill's like, why do I even try?
See, Ty doesn't know this, but yeah. Let me ask a question. Okay, Russell Wilson. Okay. Hang on.
He lost it.
No, I didn't. Nathaniel Hackett brought in Ross, whatever his name, Rosborough or Rosborough, whatever, and to organize and make the game work better. We didn't see what we saw. One or two penalties. Hang on.
He was brought in. Hold on. He was brought in for game management.
Right, but no delay of games. No delay of games.
Nope.
Right.
That's my point.
Can I also point out?
Yeah, go
Ty,
ahead.
what do you think? Ty, what do you think?
I actually have enjoyed the first half. It's a little bit more defensive. It's kind of going the way I was expecting it to go. But I think the biggest thing when it heard that come from my mouth. But I think the biggest thing is the Broncos aren't committing as many penalties as they have the first two games. And I think that's a very positive first step into seeing some progress from this team.
Right. And I think we've got 3 in the first half so far, and 2 of those. Now, okay, I'm never going to excuse a penalty, but 2 of those were holds that came on way past 3 seconds after Russell Wilson was just standing there trying to find an open guy. Because I'll say this, the 49ers defense is really good, at least as far as closing the pocket, making sure there's no open receivers. They've been playing really well tonight. So I don't excuse them, but I understand them.
Right. And sometimes a penalty to just save your quarterback from getting absolutely creamed is not a bad thing. I mean, that last penalty by Garrett would really accomplish that.
Yeah.
Another thing I need to point out, and I feel like I'm directing everything to Bill at this point because
It's okay. Go ahead and bring it, Glenn. I can deal with it.
Is even after the 49ers scored, the NBC official that they have on staff said that what should have been an offensive interference penalty and not a touchdown.
Sure.
This defense is playing lights out. They've had one drive where they scored a touchdown, and everything else has been just absolutely terrific. And I don't know if you object to the challenge on the 1 yard line. Listen, it was so close. It was to me, I don't know what you guys think, but to me it was worth the challenge based on the field position itself. I mean, it was a masterful demonstration of 3 guys, or maybe even 4 guys on the special teams for the Niners, just orchestrating a tremendous effort. But to me, it was worth the challenge. I don't know what you think.
Let me ask all 3 of you.
Well, hold on. We gotta finish that question first. Ty, you comment on the challenge. Did you think that was a worthy challenge?
I think it was a worthy challenge because even if you're looking at the angle, like look at every angle, and it's really weird because when you're stretching the ball over, they call that a touchdown when you're offense, but they don't call it because the punt bounced and hit, like the nose of it hit that white chalk. I mean, it depends on how you look at it, but I think for Nathaniel Hackett, that was probably a challenge worth taking.
Yeah, and I said the same thing to Landon because he was like, well, was it a good challenge? And for me, it's like, obviously with our orange and blue glasses, that was definitely a touchback. But I explained like when the head ref came out and said the play or the call stands, they didn't confirm it. There just wasn't enough evidence to overturn it. So I thought it was a good challenge. I would have challenged it. Not that it matters what I would have done. I'm just saying I would have challenged it as well.
All right, let me ask all 3 of you this question. Do you feel, based on the first half, that the assistant head coach in Roswell that
Roswell is where Area 51 is, Bill.
Whatever his name is. I don't know. Come on, I'm 64 years old.
I think it's Rosberg.
I'm 64 years old. How is that an excuse?
Ty's like, holy crap, what did I get into? Anyways,
so Ty, there's been a whole group chat behind the scenes that's led up to these
anyways, what I'm trying to say
understand.
Yeah, I gotta get some Leave It to Beaver on my phone. I'm trying
to. What I'm trying to say is, do you feel that bringing in, I don't know, Area 51, whoever that guy is, for Hackett is working out? Because I didn't see any delay of games in the first half, and I saw very few penalties. So yes or no.
And this is one of the things that I pointed out, and I've never looked at this during a game, but like I was when they would get to the line, I would look and see what the play clock was at, and that's because of the game we just went to last week. Right. I mean, the offense is getting to the line with 20 to 15 seconds left on the play clock, which is a complete turnaround from last week, where it was like 7 seconds left and they're running to get to the line. So I definitely think that the majority of what we saw over the last 2 weeks has been cleaned up. We still got to see what's left in the rest of the game. But for now, I would say, yes, that was probably one of the best hires I've seen. Ty, what do you think?
I think it was a pretty good hire. The only thing that I'm wondering about is kind of when it comes to game management, I want to see when it gets to that in the second half, I want to see when we get into a situation to where it's going to really shine and we're really going to see if this hire was worth it.
Yep. What do you think, Glenn?
I mean, listen, I think that it's one of those things that we aren't going to know what to attribute the impact of him joining the team. All I know is we haven't had any delays of game. Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time, should have had a delay of game on the end of the game touchdown, and did have a delay of game on the 2-point conversion attempt. I mean,
it's the NFL,
happens, right?
It's the NFL.
I'm not somebody that needs to see instant. I don't know how we can expect this guy to have an instant effect, but so far so good. It's 7-3. We're going to get the ball back at the, I believe we're getting the ball back for the kickoff of the third quarter, and our defense is absolutely killing it. If we can get the offensive line to give Russell a couple more seconds, we're in really, really good shape.
So I want to make 2 points because it's getting ready to come out of halftime. So I want to make 2 points. One is Javonte Williams has amazing vision compared to last year. He is hitting every hole and making the cut that he needs to make to be able to get open. He's got to be averaging 6-7 yards a carry. It is impressive. I'm loving it. And D-Rock asks, is Russ anti-run? I'm not exactly sure what he means by anti-run. Are you talking like running the ball or him running the ball?
No,
I think he's talking about like Russell Wilson running the ball.
Yeah. Yep. I agree, Ty. I totally agree. No, we don't want Russell Wilson to run. No way.
Right.
No way.
Yeah, I think outside of like scrambling to get out of the pocket,
Sure.
I think, obviously you run out of that. But I mean, do you really want your 249 million, like 33-year-old quarterback running and potentially getting smacked in the head? I don't. Now, again, I've seen a lot more old Russ in this game than I have in any other game so far. But, that's how it goes. All right,
not to mention, Mike, the in 10 years, Russ was sacked over 400 times. I mean, so we don't really want him hit anymore. Shout out to Ty and Bill for the blue jerseys, by the way.
Rocking the home jersey. They're looking
all right, we're gonna kick it back over to the game. It's been fun. We will talk with you on the post game. Hopefully over a Broncos win. We'll see you guys later.
All righty, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We kicked off the third quarter here. Broncos will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line here. Wilson at the line with 3 wide receivers to his right, single back set. Snap now, will hand it off to Javonte Williams. He'll roll forward for about a gain of 4 yards. All the way up to the Denver Broncos' own 29-yard line. Let's see what we got in the chat here. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if we hit our bounty, we'll be giving away a $25 Fanatics gift card. Here's we go, 2nd and 6 here for the Broncos. Trip set to the right, snap now. Wilson getting almost met hard immediately by Nick Bosa. On the line, there's a flag down on the play, though. They might call a neutral zone infraction on Bosa. And Bosa protesting with the referees that he got off in time. We'll see what the referees ultimately rule. They're all together consulting each other about what call to make. Here in regards, as Bosa had Wilson beat, hit him enough to where, tripped him up enough to where he fell down. Wow, no foul, so it will go as a loss. No foul called immediately. It'll be a loss of about 4 yards for the Broncos here. And tripping. Nonetheless, here it'll be 3rd and 14 for the Broncos. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Wilson in the gun with Javonte Williams to his left from their own 21-yard line. Snap now. Wilson looking over the center of the field. Will throw, and it'll be in and out of the hands, blocked. It'll be incomplete. It'll be at 14 minutes even. It'll bring up 4th down, and it'll stall out another Denver Broncos drive. Broncos getting booed again. I'm not sure if the Broncos are getting booed or the fans are booing the officials. Landon Clark, thank you so much for joining in. 14 minutes exactly. Broncos punting unit on the field. It'll be snapped from their own 21. Snap is there. Punt is up high in the air. It'll be fielded at about the 25-yard line. Cut back over to the 30, down to the 35, up to the 40, and will be tackled down at about the 44-yard line. 7-3 still San Francisco with 13:47 left here in the third quarter. Thank you guys, all of you guys, for tuning in here to the MHRT Network. Please be sure, if you like what you hear, to like and subscribe to the MHRT Network channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Currently sitting at the cusp of 900. So help us get over into 1,000 subscribers here on the MHRT Network. 1st and 10 for the Niners here at their own 43-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Garoppolo at the line with a snap, and he'll hand it off. It'll be a loss of about 2 for Wilson, and there's a flag down on the field again. Be a loss of about 2 pending the penalty. It's going to be a legal use of hands to the face on Jones. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, and it'll be, again, a 1st and 10. Clock continues to run here. 1st and 10 now for the Niners. Garoppolo in the gun with a back to his left. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 to the right from their own 48-yard line. Here's a snap. Garoppolo looking over to the left side, looking again. Will hit out on the flat. It'll be bounced out in and out of his hands, and it'll be another flag down on the field, though. Let's see what this penalty is. It'll be a legal shift on the offense. It'll back him up 5 yards. It'll replay 1st down again. So it'll be 1st and 15 from about their own 44-yard line. I'm sorry, from about their own 38-yard line. I was right, 44. Yeah, on 44. 13:22 left. It'll be 1st and 15 here. Snap now will be pitched out to the left. Here's Mason now. There we go. 12:50 and counting here. It'll be 2nd and it'll be 2nd down here. Snap now, and Garoppolo will fumble it and be back down on it and recover it. It was 2nd and 8. Broncos are fighting for the ball. Referee trying to pull people off here. We'll see what they rule, but the snap was fumbled. It'll be Broncos football. It is Broncos football. The Broncos come up huge with a fumble and turn it over. They will take over at about midfield as the snap was fumbled. Josie Jewell again. This guy has been an absolute all-star for the Broncos defensively. Wow. Unbelievable as he jumped right on the ball for it. $12:29 left. The Broncos will take over right at midfield. And the clock will be set back to 12:41. Or time. Broncos need to capitalize on this mistake here. The defense has been carrying this team all game long. We got to see something. Wilson at the line, 2 wide receivers to the left and a single back set. Javonte Williams in the backfield. 1st and 10 from their own 50s. Snap now. Play action. Looking over to the left. Being swallowed up behind the line is Russell Wilson. Kevin Givens with the sack there. It'll be a loss of about 7 yards. 2nd down. And the offensive line continues to struggle for the Broncos. Garrett Bowles on that left side did not pick up his blocking assignment all too well. Givens comes in and just works Garrett Bowles over, wraps Russell Wilson up over the waist. It'll be 2nd and 16 here from their own 44-yard line. Snap now. Wilson in the gun will hit the flat out to Javonte Williams out to the left, and he will be met in another loss of yards. It'll be a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd down and about 18. Boy, man. It's a lot, Ray Haas. It's a lot. Man. Unbelievable with this Broncos offensive line. Not doing good. 3rd and 18. Here we go. 2 wide receivers on each side. They're at their own 42-yard line now. Wilson in the gun with the back to the left. Snap now. Wilson throws out to Cortland Sutton. It'll be complete, but it'll only gain of about maybe 6 yards. It'll bring up 4th down. Broncos being booed off the field again. I will agree with that, Avatar. But it doesn't make up for the poor play calling here. It's like, why do you have Russell Wilson on your team and you're afraid to throw the ball downfield? Nonetheless, here comes the punt team on the field for the Broncos. Snap now. Punt is up high. And it is sky high in the air. It'll be down at about the 1-yard line. Great special teams play all game long for the Broncos. 10:31 left in the 3rd quarter. You're listening to Denver Broncos football on the MHRT Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 10:31 left here in the third quarter. Broncos down it at the 2-yard line, and the 49ers will take over there. 1st and 10 from their own 2-yard line here for the Niners. Come out of the 9 formation with Garoppolo at the line. Everybody bunched in. Here we go. Snap now. Hand it off here to Wilson. He will be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Randy Gregory, Josie Jewell in on the breakup. It pushes him back to about the 1.5-yard line. Loss of about a half a yard. 2nd down. I agree. Here we go. 2nd and 10 now. From about their own 1.5. Garoppolo at the line with a single back set. The snap. Play action as he rolls out to the left. He's beaten back in the end zone. Throws. It is picked off. Bradley Chubb. Picked off. Oh, it's a safety, but they're going to rule a safety because Garoppolo stepped out of the back of the end zone. So 7-5, the Broncos get a safety. Oh, man, had Garoppolo not stepped out of the back of the end zone, Bradley Chubb would have had a pick six. Unbelievable. Oh, no. Oh, man, that's so disappointing. Garoppolo was being pressured out the back of the end zone, and he stepped back over the back line before he released the ball. Hence why it was called a safety. Man. Nonetheless, the Broncos do get 2 points, though, on the safety, and they will get the ball starting on their own 25-yard line. I don't think there's any more safety punts anymore in the NFL. Looks like there's an injured Niner down on the field. As it stopped the game here. No, 7-5 here, chat. What are we thinking? We get an S in the chat for safety. Let's do that. Still waiting for our bounty, ladies and gentlemen. The Broncos have to get in the end zone offensively twice or more tonight. That's going to be the bounty until it's not the bounty. We'll move on to a new bounty once they complete that bounty. That's right. S is in the chat for safety. Great 2 points for the Broncos. Yes. Hey, at this point, you know, if it was down to the last minute of this game, Broncos get a field goal and they win the game 8-7. It'd be a baseball score for sure, but nonetheless, a W is a W especially against the San Francisco 49ers. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Small commercial break.
Hey, check it. Hey, check it. Put the place up. Put the place up, yeah, we know what we made of. Can't get enough of you, boo, I'm a chaser. Face up, now I feel a little major. Blink up an eye, ego, I'm a taker. Shaker, yeah, she was a ball shaker. She shake me out that door to no place. Damn, why you doing all that? Thought you was my wife, but you stabbed me in the back. Sounding like a rose when we came out there. We settled facts like the Vinci.
Back here, ladies and gentlemen, 9:51. Trent Williams being walked off the field. as they did bring the card out. Huge, huge loss for the 49ers as he was one of the captains there on that offensive line. 9:53 officially left. There will be a safety punt. Niners getting ready to kick the ball deep here for a safety punt. Punt is up in the air. It'll be received at the 15-yard line, down the 20, 25, and about tackled down at about the 28-yard line. And a lot of flags down on the kickoff as there is a scrum going on the field to Montreal, Washington. Let's see what the penalty is going to be. Hopefully it's on the 49ers. It'll be a huge break for the Broncos in field position starting out. It'll be holding on the Broncos. It'll be 10 yards. It'll march them back to the 18-yard line. And that's where they'll start this drive from their own 18. Now at the 18 here for the Broncos. Here comes Russell Wilson and company. Kendall Hinton, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy. Melvin Gordon in the backfield. Wilson at the line with a single back set. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right here. Here we go now for their own 18. Snap now. It'll hand it off to Melvin Gordon. He'll run it forward for about a gain of about 4 yards. .934 and running here. Second down, no huddle. Here we go. We're running it. Wilson in the gun now with Gordon to his left. 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 on the right. Snap now. Wilson looking over to the left side. Throws out to Melvin Gordon on the check down, and he'll maybe go for about 4 yards there as he was ate up and swallowed immediately. A little bit of roughhousing going on. It'll be 3rd and short, though, regardless for the Broncos. 3rd and about 3. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, one random lucky winner in the chat will win a $15 gift card to Fanatics. Here we'll draw the winner here very shortly. So get everybody in the chat that you know. You must be subscribed to the MHRT YouTube channel to win. Tell everybody that you know. It'll be 3rd and 3 here from their own 26-yard line. Snap now. Wilson looking over to the left side. Throws complete. And that'll be complete to Cortland Sutton. And that'll be good enough for a Denver Broncos.
First down.
First down for the Broncos as they continue to run this no-huddle offense. Greg Dulcich out there, I see, in the personnel. Thrown into just about triple coverage. What a laser of a ball thrown by Russell Wilson. Caught there. Here we go. 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Wilson with the snap now in the gun. Looking out to the flat. Hits Melvin Gordon, and it'll be barely a gain of about 1 or 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 9. .740 and running here in the 3rd quarter. Broncos have time, but not a lot of it. Not a lot of it. 2nd and 10 here. They got to stop with that screen out to the flat. It's not really working. Here we go now. Snap now. Wilson play action. Pockets collapsing quick as he goes deep down the field. Incomplete. There is a flag down on the play. KJ Hamler was down the field. Let's see what the flag is here. It's going to be offside on Nick Bosa. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, and they'll replay the down. Flag on Nick Bosa. At least he didn't check down. That's right, Ray. At least. I've been waiting to see that all game for the Broncos. Second and 4 for the Broncos here from their own 41. Snap now, handed off to Gordon here as he bursts forward, runs over one tackler, That'll be good enough for a Denver Broncos.
First down.
First down for the Broncos. It moves them to about midfield. Right about at the 47-yard line. Broncos marching towards the south end zone. Here we go, 1st and 10. Wilson at the line, the snap now, hand off to Gordon again. He'll burst forward to the 50 and be tackled at about the 49er, 47-yard line. It'll be about a gain of about 7. It'll be 2nd and about 3 for the Broncos. Great utilization of the run game by the Denver Broncos here. 2nd and 4. Running a good up-tempo / hurry-up offense / no huddle. Here we go. Wilson at the line with Javonte Williams in the single back slot there. One wide receiver lonely out to the right. Everybody bunched in at the line. Snap now. Here's Javonte Williams. He rolls forward. Maybe a gain of 2. It'll be about a gain. It'll be 3rd and 3 for the Broncos coming up. 5:50 and running. Here we go. Now Mike Boone in at running back as he switches out with Javonte Williams. Play clock at 15. Broncos break the huddle, come up to the line. Trips bunch set to the left, one wide receiver out to the right. Wilson in the gun with Mike Boone out to the right as a single back. They're going to stack the box here. Snap now. Here comes real Wilson now. Throwing down the field. It is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the field again. Let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be holding on the Niners. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. That's going to be a Broncos automatic.
First down.
Automatic first down for the Broncos as a holding was called before the ball was ever thrown. Number 38. He held Jerry Jeudy hard within the first 5 yards. A couple of times he was holding Jerry Jeudy. 1st and 10, it'll push him all the way to the 49er, 41-yard line. Wilson at the line. Snap now. We'll give it off to Javonte Williams. He rolls forward up the gut for maybe about a gain of about 5 yards. Oh, let me run the clock. Why don't I? 2nd down and about 5 for the Broncos coming up. Clock's at 4:50 officially and running. 2nd and 4 here for the Broncos. Trying to creep ever so slightly into the red zone. In the gun now is Wilson. 2 wide receivers to the left with a back in the backfield. Hands it off to Javonte Williams out the gun. He'll maybe gain about a yard. It'll be 3rd and about 4. Here for the Broncos. 4:24 and running. 3rd and 4. 4:15 and running now. Broncos are about, I think, at the San Francisco 38-yard line. 4:04. Now we're touching the 4-minute mark. 3rd and 4. Now another crucial 3rd down for the Broncos. Wilson in the gun. Empty back set. Snap now. Here's Wilson rolling over to the right. Throws, and it's way over the head of Jerry Jeudy and will roll incomplete. 4th and 4. Now let's see if they go for it here. And they will not. They'll roll out McManus to take the lead here to take the 3 points. Wilson rolling to the left, and it went off one hand of Jerry Jeudy there. Here we go. Brandon McManus on for a 53-yarder. Snap down. Kick is up, and it is no good. No good by McManus on a 53-yard try. The Niners will take over at about midfield, 7-5, 3:46 left. You're listening to the Denver Broncos on the MHRT Network.
Hey, check it. Hey, check it. Put the place up. Put the place up, yeah, we know what we made of. Can't get enough of you, boo, I'm a chaser. Face up, now I feel a little major. Link up and out, ego, I'm a taker. Shaker, yeah, she was a ball shaker. She shake me out that door to no place. Damn, why you doing all that? Thought you was my wife, but you stabbed me in the back. Sounding like a rose when we came out there, we settled facts like the Vinci. I'm breaking bones to breaking backs. Come on, get your ass up if you're slipping. Get another smile like it was the last Christmas. Hey. Put the place up.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 3:46 left. Just a bit right, Mr. Took Your Soul. Yeah, just a little bit. So the defense now, the offense are useless. Offense is not good. It is not looking good here. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 3:46. The Niners will take over at about their own 43-yard line. 1st and 10 here. They break huddle, come to the line. Two wide receivers on each side with a single back set. Garoppolo at the line. Here we go now. Snap now, hand it off to Wilson. He'll roll over to the right, break out to the 50, down to the 45, and knocked out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. It'll be about a gain of 17 yards. It'll be a 49ers first down. Unbelievable. There we go now. 1st and 10 again, and as it's handed off to Wilson again, but goes nowhere. Williams with the stop. It'll be 2nd down and now about 10 for the Niners. Now on the other side of midfield here. So they're into Broncos territory. 86 yards of rushing on 17 carries. Averaging 5.1 yards per carry are the Niners. Time is ticking down. Here we go now, 2nd and 10 from the Bronco 39-yard line. 2 wide receivers out to the left. Garoppolo snap and is being swallowed up behind the line by Randall Gregory. Loss of about 10 yards. It'll be 3rd down for the Niners. Randy Gregory came in right off that left side, almost untouched. Wrapped up Garoppolo. It's a sack for the Broncos. It'll bring them back all the way to their own 48-yard line, 3rd and 10. To the Bronco 48-yard line, excuse me. Garoppolo in the gun all by himself. 3 to the left, 2 to the right, wide receiver set. Here we go now, 3rd and 10. Snap now. Garoppolo looking downfield. He throws, and it is incomplete. 4th and 18 it'll bring. 1:48 left. Man, this game is just going back and forth so consistently here. Niners punting unit on to punt now. Here we go. Waiting for the punt here. Snap now. Punt's in the air. They're going to wave it off and call a fair catch. It'll be downed at the 3-yard line. Special teams on both sides being the ultimate deciding factor in this game. Both have good defenses, both have good special teams, but both offenses have been stalling on both sides here. It's not just the Broncos that are struggling. It's the Niners too. It's the Niners. Very, very interesting here. 7-5, San Francisco still leads with 1:38 left here in the third quarter. Broncos will take over from their own 4-yard line here. I formation here in the backfield, one wide receiver on each side of the line. Snap now. Here's Wilson. Play action. Looking down the field. We'll check down to Williams or Gordon. It'll be bobbled up into the air and it'll hit the ground. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Still 1:33 left. Nobody's getting open, and it's forcing Wilson to check down time and time again. And the Niners are very well prepared for those checkdowns. So lucky as 3 receivers tried to swarm to that ball to get it for an interception. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson at the line with Melvin Gordon in the backfield. Snap now. Hand off to Gordon. Gordon grounding up the middle, but it'll be stopped. Fumbled, ball comes out, but Wilson recovers it. It'll be a 2-yard loss. It'll send the Broncos back to their own 3-yard line. 3rd down and about 13. Ball popped out. Melvin Gordon and Russell Wilson was there, thank God, to get right back on that ball. This is just bad, terrible offensive play. Terrible offensive play by the Broncos. 3rd and 13 from their own 3-yard line. Wilson in the gun, empty back set, trips to the right, 2 to the left. Snap now. Wilson looking over, scrambling, looking over, will throw, check down. It'll be in and out of the hands of Michael Boone. It'll be incomplete. 4th down again. Broncos offense being booed off the field again. 7-3 and outs all game for the Broncos. This has been the most atrocious offensive play I've ever seen in a Denver Broncos football game. Unbelievable. Tim Patrick is very sorely missed. Punt now coming. Snap now. Punts up high in the air. It'll be taken by the 50. Here coming over down to the 45 and tackled out of bounds at about the 40. So 29 seconds left here in the third quarter. Broncos are just bad. Just bad. Tonight, 15 of 25 for 126 yards as a QB rating of 73.1. What I don't understand is why are they not going down the field more, and why does Russell Wilson keep checking down when he should just be tucking the ball and running? 1st and 10 from the Bronco 41-yard line here for the Niners here. Pitch out, now left to Deebo Samuel. He gets swallowed up behind the line. It'll be about a loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and about 11 for the 49ers, and that might be the last play of the quarter here as the clock runs down here. They're going to try and get one more off here. Here we go. Garoppolo in the gun with a back behind him, 2 wide receivers on each side. And they will not, and ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the end of the third quarter, 7-5. San Francisco. We'll be back.
Switch that V6 for the EV. Ride around my city. You should come ride with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me sip. Water like a fish sip. I water to the gillies, yeah. This a new wave, just a takeover. Do it for the future, time to get a world a makeover. Time never stops, no the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess. How can I breathe? Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate. We need change now. We need solar, we need EV in the game now. Make it changes so the earth we know can stay around. Make it change cause we had no time for playing around. Let's quit the playing around. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green. New car goes zoom, but it's quiet. You can hear me come and think I'm lying. If I said I'm perfect, I'd be lying. I can say I'm perfect, but I'm trying. I'ma give my all till I'm dying. I'm the new Captain Planet, here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. I'm the new Captain Planet, here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it.
Back here, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to start the fourth quarter of action, 7-5, San Francisco. It has been just a game, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know how to describe this game. Here we go now, start of the fourth quarter. The Niners will take over 2nd and 10 here at the Broncos 41-yard line. Garoppolo in the gun all by himself. 2 wide receivers on each side. Snap now. Garoppolo looking over the right side. Goes up over the top. It's caught. And no, they're going to say incomplete. They're going to say incomplete, ladies and gentlemen. Incomplete pass. Third down, huge third down again. This defense for the Broncos has been stellar all did not have possession as he came down with it. It's third down here for the 49ers as Jimmy Garoppolo was rocked hard by Josie Jewell as he released that ball. Josie Jewell has been an absolute stud and all-star tonight. I think he's going to be our MHRT player of the game, unless something else happens here. 3rd and 10 here for the Niners. Garoppolo in the gun with a back on each side of him. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Wide receiver personnel-wise. From the 41-yard line still. Snap now. Garoppolo looking. Checks down. Had the receiver. He'll break this Wilson, and he will still be tackled short of the first down. It'll be 4th down. We'll see if the 49ers will elect to bring on the field goal team or if they will punt the ball. We'll see. They will. They'll bring on Robbie Gould. Robbie Gould for the try here. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash mark. He'll kick it from about the 40. Snap now. Kick down. Kick is up, and it is good. So now it's 10-5. 14:09 left. the Niners, unless the Broncos get something going on offense, they might have very well sealed the game with that field goal. They very well might have. Unbelievable. Broncos can win this. You can take the lead with a touchdown. They just need a touchdown. Broncos need to get it going here on this offensive drive here. Ball's on the tee. Gould getting set to kick it to Montrell Washington as he's waiting deep. There we go. Gould walks up, boots the ball high, and it'll just sail out the back of the end zone. So that'll bring the Broncos out to their own 25-yard line. Broncos got to get something going here. Let's hope D-Rock's prediction here that Russ has to run happens here. Let's hope that. Here we go. 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Wilson in the gun, trip set, bunch to the right. Javonte Williams to his left in the gun. Snap now. Wilson, hand off to Williams. He will run up the center and have a gain of about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and about 7 for the Broncos. Broncos trying to be methodical here. Being fairly conservative, almost a little bit too much conservative for the Broncos here tonight. Just a little bit too much almost. A little bit concerning. 2nd and 7 now. 1 wide receiver on each side with a single back set here. Snap now. Wilson, play action pass. He's going up over the top. Deep downfield. He had Jerry Jeudy and it was in and out of his hands. Unbelievable. Oh my God. That was the second pass that Jerry Jeudy's had thrown his way. It was in and out of his hands. That's Jerry Jeudy's fault. 110%. How do you miss that? Oh, it hit the defender. Okay, it hit the defender on the way down. I did not see that. 3rd and 7 now for the Broncos. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Wilson in the gun with with Melvin Gordon. Snap now, that is Boone. Here comes Russell. He steps up, runs, tucks the ball and runs. Will he get out there to about the 20 or the 35-yard line? Let's see if they'll give it to him. He did run and was stretching for that yellow marker. Let's see where the officials mark the ball and if they will give it to him. It will be short, 4th and inches. Now, Nathaniel Hackett, you got to go for it. You got to go for it. You can't punt this ball. They're going to leave him out on the field. Thank goodness. You got to go for it. Russell Wilson gave it his all on that run. He reached the ball over the marker, though, man. Man, that should have been – I would have challenged that. That ball reached way over the marker as Russell Wilson tucked it and ran. Man, I don't know. I'd challenge that if I were Nathaniel Hackett. And he is. Nathaniel Hackett's gonna challenge this play. So 12:35 left here in the 4th quarter. You're listening to Denver Broncos football on the MHRT Network.
Hey, check it. Hey, check it. Put the place up. put the place up. Yeah, we know what we made of. Can't get enough of you, boo, I'm a chaser. Face up, now I feel a little major. Blink up and out, ego, I'm a taker. Shaker, yeah, she was a ball shaker. She shake me out that door to no place. Damn, why you doing all that? Thought you was my wife, but you stabbed me in the back. Something like a rose when we came out there, we settled facts like Da Vinci. I'm breaking bones, you're breaking backs. Come on, get your ass up if you're slipping. Get another smile like it was the last Christmas. Hey. Put the place up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if they'll give Russell Wilson the first down. 12:35 left here in the fourth quarter. Broadcast thinks not, and they did not give it to him. It'll be 4th and inches now. Broncos will sadly punt this ball away again. So they'll lose a challenge. They'll lose a timeout. So no more challenges for the Broncos. Snap now. Punt is high in the air. It'll be fair caught at about the 12-yard line. 12:28 left. D-Rock thinks the refs are screwing us just a little bit. Definitely have been holding us back a little bit. 12:28 left here in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Broncos need to make another stop. They really do. Russell Wilson trying to give some words of encouragement to the offensive line and his entire offense right on the sideline. 1st and 10 for the Niners here from their own 12-yard line. Garoppolo at the line. 2 wide receivers to his left in a single back set. Snap now. Garoppolo looks downfield. He'll launch it down and will be caught by Juszczyk. Muted again. So it was a gain of about 2 or 3 by Jeff Wilson there for the right. It'll be about 2nd and about 8. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, here, if you tuned into the MHRT Network, we will be bringing you live Avalanche hockey as the season kicks off, I believe, on the 15th of October. Live Avalanche broadcasts, play-by-play as well, with me and Bronco Bill. Here we go, 2nd and 8, trips bunch to the right, snap now. Garoppolo in the gun will look over to the left, will throw, will hit George Kittle. It'll be about a gain of about 4 more yards. It'll be 3rd down and about 2. Don't forget, we'll be broadcasting Colorado Avalanche hockey, live play-by-play with me and Bronco Bill all season long here on the MHRT Network. Colorado Avalanche had their first 2 preseason games today against the Minnesota Wild and Las Vegas Golden Knights, with the split squad running in both respective states. 3rd and 3 now here, crucial 3rd down. From about their own 44-yard line. Snap now, Garoppolo looking over to the right side, will throw, it'll be bobbled And it will be... It'll be incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down again. And the Broncos make another huge, crucial stop, giving their offense another opportunity. Had Deebo Samuel on a slant route, but it was broken up there by Ronald Darby in the backfield. So now the Niners will punt. They'll punt it from about their own 30-yard line. Snap now. Punts high in the air. It'll be waved off by Montrell Washington. It'll roll all the way back to the back of the end zone. Touchback. So 4th quarter to go. 10-14. Can the Broncos get it together? You're listening to Denver Broncos football on the MHRT Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 10-14 left here. The Broncos will take over at their own 25-yard lines. So what's the problem with the offense? How do we fix it? That's what Mundunga Screevy asks. D-Rock says better offensive schemes. I agree. Stop checking down all the time. The check down is the problem. Just keep checking down and checking down. Russ needs to just tuck that ball and run sometimes. And which he has been doing a lot more in these recent drives here. 10-14. Left here in the 4th quarter, the Broncos will take over at their own 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Let's see if this can be the drive here. Oh, their own 20-yard line, sorry. Most 3-and-outs in a game, in a career game, in Russell Wilson's career tonight. 8 3-and-outs tonight. Here they come. Russell Wilson at the line. Trips bunch set to the right. Snap now. Handed off to Javonte Williams, and he will barely go anywhere. And Garrett Bowles comes in and gives a good shove to the defensive lineman of the 49ers there. Things getting a little bit chippy here. Tight ends, yes, we need to involve the tight ends a little bit more. I agree, D-Rock. I agree. Greg Dulcich, Albert Okuwebunan. I think Okuwebunan has sealed his fate of not catching a ball for a little while. Those 2 straight drop passes. 2nd and 9 now, however, the 21-yard line. Wilson at the line here. Javonte Williams, snap now. Wilson looking over, will throw, stop, and will hit Cortland Sutton. He'll go for about a gain of about 7 yards. It'll be 3rd and about 1 for the Broncos. Here we go. Now we're going. No huddle offense there. We're running a hurry-up offense now. Here we go. Now we're getting something cooking. 9:20 and counting. Greg Dulcich comes onto the field. I'm sorry, that's Tomlinson. Excuse me. Eric Saubert on the field as well. Here we go. Wilson breaks huddle. Shotgun now for Wilson. Snap now. We'll give it off to Melvin Gordon, and he will bolster through for a gain of about 5 yards. That'll be good enough for a Denver Broncos.
First down.
First down for the Broncos. Here we go now. Snap now. Here's Wilson as he's almost swallowed up behind the line. Will step over and throw out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Nick Bosa got to Russell Wilson there, had him at his ankle, slipped out of it over to the right and threw it away before anything else could happen. Russell Wilson has almost lost his whole ability to extend plays and let Russ cook. 2nd and 10 now for the Broncos. Now they're at their own 34-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right in the formation of the gun. Wilson snap throws way over the head of Eric Saubert. Wow. He threw that way over the head. There are some serious miscommunication issues here between receivers and quarterback on the Denver Broncos offense. 3rd and 10 now. This is bad. I don't know what's going on here. Third and 10 now for the Broncos. Still at the 34-yard line. 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Wilson in the gun. Snap now. Wilson looking over, scrambling again. Steps up, scrambles, rolls off to the left. Throws out way deep, and it's caught. It's caught by Kendall Hinton. Gain of about 25 yards. It's good enough for a Denver Broncos.
First down.
First down. What a way to extend the play by Russell Wilson. That's what we're talking about. First down for the Broncos. Nice throw. Kendall Hinton almost in triple coverage got it. They're hurrying up to the line, running a no huddle here. They're on the 9 or 40-yard line. Snap now. Wilson looks out to the flat. Throws out to Melvin Gordon, complete. He'll roll out to the right side and get a gain of about 4 yards before he's shoved out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. The 9 or 36-yard line. Broncos creeping on the other side of midfield. Hopefully this is it for them. 2nd and 6 now, running no huddle still. Wilson in the gun. 3 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Melvin Gordon right by his side, and there in the gun. Snap now. Wilson looking over the left side, looks over to the right, checks down to the flat again. To Gordon, ball comes out, but Gordon does recover, and they punch it out again, but he is ruled down. Incomplete. They got to stop with the check down to the flat. The Niners are reading that every single time, and they're right on it every single time. Every single time they read that check down to the flat. Wilson's got to step up, tuck the ball, and run. He can't be scared. 6:40 in running. I'm going to run the clock here. Here we go now, 3rd and 6 for the Broncos. The 36-yard line, the 49er 36-yard line. Wilson now in the gun, trips, bunch set to the left. Snap now. Here comes Wilson. Stepping up, tucks it, runs, past the first down into the 25-yard line. That'll be good enough for a Denver Broncos.
First down.
We got it there, ladies and gentlemen. Run that ball. Great extension by Russell Wilson to step up out of the pocket and get that first down. Here we go, down at the 25-yard line of the 49ers here. The Broncos are encroaching on the goal line. Here we go. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation with Michael Boone to the left of him. From the 49er 24-yard line, it's 1st and 10 for the Broncos. 5:42 and running. Snap now. Wilson looking over to the left. Rolls over to the right. Throws. Caught by Cortland Sutton. Down at the 8-yard line. Down to the 5. And he's tackled down for another Denver Broncos.
First down.
Another first down. Here they go. It's now flowing very, very good now. Cortland Sutton hits a nice comeback route. Amazing. Here we go now, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's see if the Broncos can punch it in. Now at the 5-yard line. First and goal. Just under 5 minutes remaining. Wilson in the gun. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Snap now. Hand off here to Melvin Gordon. He bolsters forward to the 2 to the 1. And he'll be down at about the 1-yard line. Down at the 1 here. It'll be second and goal. Let's see what happens now. Let's get it going. Come on, Broncos country. Let's get it going. 4:25 and counting. Now down at the 1-yard line. I formation with Beck as the fullback. Wilson at the line. Sends Saubert in motion over to the right side. Snap now. Handoff. Gordon in for the Denver Broncos. And for the Denver Broncos touchdown, Melvin Gordon, a 1-yard run, and the Broncos finally break through, score here, and they now lead 11-10. I want to run the clock down. I think it's about 4 minutes is where it sits, 4:10. Now let's see if they go for 2 or they kick the extra point. They're going for 2. They're going to go for 2, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, Garrett Bowles is bleeding from his left elbow. Good Lord. Here they come to the line. Wilson in the gun formation, trips bunch to the right, 2 to the left. 2-point conversion. Here they go. Snap now. Wilson looking over left side, throws, and it's batted down. Incomplete. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, the Denver Broncos finally get in the red zone, end zone, lead now 11-10. 4:10 left to go in this game. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Broncos finally break through and get a touchdown. They now lead 11-10. Woohoo! 1 TD game. Let's go. Our tiny quarterback cannot throw tonight. Stop having him throw it. Run the ball. Exactly. Finally, Yes, Rich, that's what I've been saying. Not sure I've ever seen 11 points in a game before. About to do better on offense. I predicted week 4 will be the week the team will gel, hopefully. As the ball's in the air from McManus off the tee, and it'll roll out the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Niners will take over at their own 25-yard line. Let's hope that was the spark that gets the Broncos going. Don't forget to tune in, ladies and gentlemen, next Thursday night, I believe. No. Next Sunday, October 2nd, Broncos take on the Las Vegas Raiders. Don't forget to join us right here on the MHRT Network channel for that game next Sunday afternoon. Here comes now 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Snap now. Here's Garoppolo looking, getting pressured quick. Steps up, throws. He'll be complete out to Wilson. It'll be about a gain of about 7 yards. It'll be second and about 2 or 3. Now the clock's running here, 3:43 and counting. The Broncos defense needs to come up big here. Second and about 3. Garoppolo in the gun. Snap now. Looks over to the flat. Bobbled up and hits the ground. That'll be incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3 here for the Niners. Garoppolo tried to hit Deebo Samuel on a screen, threw it way up high over him as Bradley Chubb also came in and got a hand on it. 3rd and 3 here. 0 for 9. The Niners have been in 3rd down conversions tonight. Trip bunch set to the left. Garoppolo in the gun all by himself. 2 to the right. 3rd and 3. Snap now. Here's Garoppolo looking over to the left side. It is caught. It's caught. It's caught. Jawan Jennings catches it for a gain of about 5 yards. It'll be 1st down for the Niners. Wow. Ronald Darby was in on the coverage. And, man, that ball just barely sailed by the one arm of Ronald Darby. Unbelievable. 1st and 10 now for the 49ers. Garoppolo in the gun again. Sends Deebo Samuel in a sweeping motion. Snap now. Garoppolo looking across the field, throws, and it's caught. As McLeod catches it for a gain of another 10 yards. That'll be another 1st down for the Niners. Broncos defense needs to stop this drive bad. They need to not let them over midfield and stall them. Field goal wins it, folks. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 50. Garoppolo in the gun. Snap now. Here's Garoppolo looking. Overthrows over the middle. Bobbled up and intercepted. Jonas Griffith with the interception. Amazing. This Denver Broncos defense has kept them in the game all night long. Hey, we could still hit the bounty. We could still hit the bounty, everybody. Broncos have 2 timeouts, and we got the 2-minute warning. Kareem Jackson tipped it up. Jonas Griffith grabbed it. The Broncos will take over at about their own 42-yard line. Unbelievable. This defense has played out of their mind tonight. Here we go, 42-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10. We could still hit the bounty. The Broncos get in the end zone again, and we'll be giving away a $25 Fanatics gift card. Wilson out the line. Snap now. Gives out to Javonte Williams. He rolls over to the right, and it'll be no gain there. And that'll bring us, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go. We'll come back and see the rest of this out right here on the MHRT Network. Thought that was a break, ladies and gentlemen. We're not. 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. We're going to see this one out. Broncos have the ball. It'll be second and about 10. Yeah, wait till Simmons back. Absolutely. I would have loved to see what it had been like if Justin Simmons been on the field. That would have been crazy. That would have been absolutely crazy. 2nd and 9 for the Broncos here. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 2 timeouts remaining for Denver here. That is very crucial. Here we go. Mike Shanahan looking on. Wilson at the line here with a single back set. Trips bunch to the left. Snap now. Wilson pitches out over to Javonte Williams. He sweeps out to the left and will barely gain anything. And they'll stop the clock. It'll be a timeout, San Francisco. 1:55 officially the clock will be at. Niners trying to slow it down. It'll be a 3rd down and about 10. Very crucial first down for the Broncos here to try and seal this game. Yeah, I agree, D-Rock. The offense is irritating. The offense is extremely irritating. Big, crucial 3rd down, ladies and gentlemen. No, we're not at all, Rich. You're completely right. You are completely right. 1:55 left, 3rd and 9. Broncos need this first down badly to seal this game. Wilson at the line with a single back set. It's Melvin Gordon in the backfield. Beck motions over to the left side. It's him and Cortland Sutton. Snap now. It'll give out to Melvin Gordon as he'll run forward for about a gain of 5 yards. And another timeout will be taken. Why did you run it there? Why the run? I don't understand that. That was the most confusing play calling I've ever seen. Why? Why would you do that? I understand the defense is on fire, but good God. Unbelievable. Unbelievable play calling. That's terrible. Waitman on now to punt for the Broncos, unfortunately. 1:51 left, and now the Niners have 1 timeout left. Broncos have 2. Good Lord. This is bad. Here we go now. 1:51 left. Snap now. Punt is in the air by Waitman. It'll be bobbled out of the hands. Bobbled out of the hands. It's balls loose. Let's see what they come up with. Let's see. Let's see. Bobbled it out of his hands on the reception of the punt. Let's see. Let's see. It's going to be signaled San Francisco ball. Boy. First down, 1:42 left. Good Lord. Good Lord. Nonetheless, the Niners will take over here. They will take over. Here we go now, 1st and 10 for the Niners. From their own 15-yard line, 2 wide receivers on each side and an empty back set here with Garoppolo in the gun. Snap now, Garoppolo looking over the center of the field, being pressured immediately, being knocked down behind the line. Bradley Chubb with it. Garoppolo trying to signal everybody back to the line really quickly. They only have one timeout. The clock's still running. Here we go now. They're down all the way back to their own 3-yard line. Garoppolo in the gun. Snap now. Garoppolo looking over. Garoppolo steps up. He steps up trying to find somebody. Dunks it out to Wilson. He'll get out to the 20. Fumbled out. Ball comes loose. Broncos have it. Kareem Jackson with the fumble recovery. Unbelievable, this defense. Kyle Shanahan really upset visibly at the referees. Unbelievable. PJ Locke with the strip. Kareem Jackson with the recovery. And the Broncos take over in the red zone. They still have a chance to get a touchdown. How many chances do you want to be given in one game? Good Lord. 1:05 left. The Broncos still have 2 timeouts. Wilson's going to go into victory formation though at the 25-yard line. Snap now, knee down. And it'll be a timeout be taken immediately by the 49ers. That'll be their last timeout. Because there's no such thing as a singular feed anymore, Rich. There's no national TV signals anymore. Everybody's all on streaming. 1:03 left in this game, ladies and gentlemen. 2nd and 11. The Broncos will just take a few knees here, and this should be it. The Denver Broncos. Here we go now. Snap now. Knee down. And they'll take one more knee. The Broncos put up 16 points the first week, 16 points the second week, and somehow managed to put up less points this week and managed to still win this game. Oh my goodness. How are the Broncos 2-1? I don't understand this. Here we go. Wilson again here for the final knee. Snap now, and that's the final knee, ladies and gentlemen. The Denver Broncos will improve to 2-1 and beat the San Francisco 49ers by a final score of 11-10. Now the postgame show coming, ladies and gentlemen. I am gone for the night. But Douglas Creevy, Ty, Bronco Bill, and Glenn Hauser here to bring you the postgame show. This has been the Denver Broncos on the MHRT Network.
And welcome back, everybody, to the post-game show for what I would like to call a wacky, miserable game. 'Tis myself, Bronco Bill, Ty is back, and good old drunk Glenn is joining us on the
That's a little much.
Mike.
What?
Let me
Oh my God.
What?
Let me interject
What?
before we get
What?
started.
What?
A win is a win.
Is a win, is a win, is a
11-10
win.
doesn't
Wait.
matter. We won the game.
Did Bill just say something positive? Like, just,
Glenn,
I just looked this in.
Glenn, be nice. Glenn, be
Yeah.
nice. Yes,
And-
all I'm doing is saying the obvious.
Listen,
Hang on a second. Let me say this. Did you see any delay game penalties tonight? Nope. How about
Hold on, I'm looking
major
for where it
penalties?
says Bill is the host of this show. Hang on a I don't see it anywhere.
I'm just
So
saying.
listen, I'm gonna come in here like this. Boom, mute you. So.
So,
That's
so
a
Ty
lot of
and I
horns
are
up.
on Eastern.
Listen, I
Ty and I
don't
are on East Coast time, so So,
don't think
let's
anybody
respect that a
can
little bit.
deny that the defense won that game.
oh my gosh,
Absolutely.
1,000%. 1,000%. They won that game.
That was absolutely crazy. Now, I have a couple points I want to make. Number one, why was Melvin Gordon still in there after 3 fumbles? 3 fumbles that guy had. Why are you putting him on the goal line? Granted, he got the touchdown. 3 fumbles. Why was he still in there?
Can I throw a stat real quick that I just saw on the TV? The Broncos are the first team to punt 10 plus times and still win since 2016 when the Broncos did it against the Jaguars.
I don't like that stat.
And 2016.
that's an incredible stat.
I
I don't like that stat. Well, also it was what, like 8 3 and outs was like the most of Russell Wilson's career. So here's the big question. What is wrong with the offense? Why are we having such a hard time with whether it's Russell Wilson accuracy, whether it's fumbling the ball, whether it's receivers running the wrong route, whether it's just not being able to get the ball moving? What is the problem with the offense?
I say it's chemistry. It's they haven't had the in real life game action. And I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Right. Don't jump the gun.
Don't encourage him.
Even in a win, the guy will blow a gasket. So, keep going.
What I'm saying is, I mean, it's I don't know if it's the play calling, the chemistry, something isn't there. It'll get there, hopefully. But at least we got another win. So we're 2-1. Hey, same as the Chiefs. Same
as the Chiefs.
yeah. Charlie
No,
Watts.
Chargers
Yeah.
not winning
Charlie
today.
Watts, yeah.
That's that old man brain fart that was going on right
I thought Bill was going to order the meatloaf and the sliced turkey. Whatever.
Ty, you look like you were going to say something.
What's even better about this, we're the only AFC West team to win a game today.
Right?
Absolutely. Yep.
And I'm sure they knew that going into this, and we all were talking about this on Twitter, like what an opportunity was for the Broncos to grab hold of this. I mean, an 11-10 victory, I can't imagine anyone predicted this, but this defense is the real deal. This defensive coordinator is the real deal. As far as the offense, I mean, I have to think that it's all the offensive line, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, well, the linebackers as well. I mean, linebackers are swarming.
No,
Yeah.
from an offensive standpoint, I feel like the line
offense,
just
got
not
it.
giving Russell enough time still.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. Again, I'm not a big breaker downer. Yeah, we'll go with that. Breaker downer of the offensive line. But it seemed like Cushenberry was getting pushed back. It seemed like, and I think Cam Fleming held up pretty well. But there were some times where he was definitely getting. Now, speaking of Nick Bosa, holy crap! Like, he didn't get called for the tripping, which was obvious tripping.
Absolutely.
And then he elbowed Wilson in the head. And then you had the unnecessary roughness against the guy that was trying to tackle Javonte. The whistle blows, and he shoved him to the ground. Where were those penalties at?
Yeah, I don't understand what these referees are looking at. I mean, they say they want to protect players, and yet they let this stuff go. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
And the slow motion smile of Bosa after he tripped Russell, that was a good one. So
Yeah.
Ty, what were you going to say?
Oh, no, I was just agreeing with you, Glenn.
Yeah.
So Biggie Bronco says that if it was so Russell Wilson missed some passes, and if it would have been Drew Lock last year or the year before, you guys would have been ready to put him on a cross. I kind of agree, and Glenn and I were having the same conversation. Why was Russell throwing so high? Like there were some really high passes. He was missing wide on things. He was throwing short on screens. Like I'm not understanding the inaccuracy that we're getting from
all the
Russell
passes
Wilson.
were screens, Mike.
Well,
I'm
not all of them were.
I'm not sure. Oh, hang on.
Bill breaking stuff.
Sorry.
Hearing aid fell out.
His dentures are toast right now.
I mean, I'm not sure Russell Wilson is comfortable in this offense as of yet. I really don't think so, because he has happy feet and then he's moving laterally, which isn't like his norm, and then he tries to run and I just don't see Russell Wilson being comfortable. Is it just me?
No, I'm just gonna say that on a lot of people on Twitter in the second half were telling me that, and I'll put this question out there: is Russell Wilson scared? Is he playing scared out there?
That's what I'm thinking.
And I wonder, like, if that's a byproduct of the amount of sacks he's taken over his years in Seattle, because he's been hit a lot, and he's been hit in Denver, but not nearly as much as he was in Seattle. I don't understand, and I don't know if it's a chemistry thing or if it's I'm not sure where it's coming from. I mean, he's barely breaking 57% in his accuracy, which isn't what we're normally seeing from Russell Wilson. I don't understand. I don't know who this guy is, but you can get out. I just don't understand where the inaccuracy is coming from and how to fix it.
And do you think that is a coaching issue with Hackett, or the offensive coordinator, or the quarterback coach in Kubiak? Or do you think it's a Russell Wilson just trying to get acclimated to the team? I have no idea.
Probably say a little bit of both there.
So Russell's very worried about I shouldn't say worried, but he's very focused on the appearance of things. And when Ty was saying, that is he playing scared? I don't know if scared is the point, but is he trying to play within Hackett's system so as not to look like he's trying to take over for the new coach and fall into line with some of the stories about him trying to undercut Pete Carroll? I don't know. It's hopefully not. Hopefully he's able to put that other, narrative aside, but 11 points on this offense. I don't think we've scored 20 points at all, in the 3 games.
No, 16, 16, and 11. I mean, that's where we are.
Yeah.
Well,
and I mean, I know we're 2-1, but wow.
Well, and Rich brought up, like, Wilson wants to play in the pocket, but he can't step into the throws. I don't know if he can't step into the throws, but I will say he did look better when he was able to get out of the pocket, run around, and throw the ball. That's where we were getting a lot of the completions from. Yeah. And I know that's what he did in Seattle, and that's one of the reasons why he isn't in Seattle. But I don't know if I want you to not be what you're good at. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to conform to a pocket passer if you're not really a pocket passer.
Let me ask you guys, do you think Russell Wilson became more Russell Wilson tonight than the first 2 games?
On that touchdown drive, most definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot more escaping the pocket. There was a lot more, and not even like bootlegs or play actions. I didn't see really a lot of that. But there was just a lot of escaping the pocket. But the problem is that he has to escape the pocket. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I would almost argue, too, that it first started when he reached out to, for that first down that did not make it. That was kind of the incident where, here's Russell running. And then when Ty was talking about the last drive, even Collinsworth was mentioning, like, all right, here we go. Like, and at that point, when the announcers were noticing that something was happening, it felt really good that there was a possibility we were going to take the lead.
Yeah. So we've talked about the offense. Obviously we're going to have to see what we can figure out next week and go from there. But I did want to bring up, how big of a difference did having Josie Jewell back on the defense make. Holy crap, that guy was everywhere.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, Josie Jewell is the cornerstone of the linebackers. And what he did tonight really elevated, in my opinion, the entire defense, because he came out and made a statement and everybody else followed suit. That's how I saw it.
Yeah, and I mean, especially with the additions of DJ Jones shutting down the run in the middle, and then Randy Gregory. That guy's been all over the place. So those were obviously two massive signings. And even when you take Alex Singleton off the defense and put him on special teams, I think he made every tackle on special teams. He was all over the place there too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I want to say that I think the biggest impact was when Trent Williams ended up getting hurt and out. But obviously injuries are part of the sport. But I noticed how Randy Gregory was able to get past everybody once Trent Williams went down. I think that made a big difference in the game.
Yeah, and
Good point.
We talked about Russell Wilson's inaccuracy. Now, the offense has only scored one touchdown a game, which obviously isn't going to win you games unless you have a shutdown defense like we had tonight, but you can't guarantee it every game. But there wasn't really any tight end involvement tonight. You had a lot of drops, like Boone had one, Judy had a couple, Alberto had one. I'm sure I missed some. But even when he was accurate, there was still receivers dropping the ball. Are we overrating our receivers a little bit?
I don't think so. I don't think we're overrating the receivers. I think what's happening is the Broncos players feel just like us fans that this is a thoroughbred that we have. And because it hasn't performed, I think there's a lot of pressure on both sides, coaching, players, fans, everything. And I think that's what's coming. But by winning tonight, it doesn't matter whether you win 11-10 or 21-10, you still win. Tonight was a game we had to win, and we did.
Yeah, I think that's the easiest way to say it. I mean, there's not really a lot to cover tonight because it was really a defensive battle. There was a lot of defense and not a whole lot of offense. But I do want to thank Ty for joining us on the neighborhood today. Ty, where can people find you? Twitter, podcast, wherever. Where do you want them to find you at?
You can find me on Twitter at TyFlyGuy15, and you can follow the Incomplete podcast at in_com_pleat_2. Yes, I understand it's really long. And the reason we have two is, one, because there's two of us, me and Kelly, and then obviously Incomplete was taken somewhere. So, and we usually have a podcast out every Friday evening or Saturday morning before game day.
But awesome. It's perfect, Ty. You got the come. Please. Anyone that has attended a game knows exactly where you're coming from. So
yes,
a lot of
cool. Ty, nice to have you on.
Nice to be on.
It was absolutely fantastic having you on, and that's going to do it for the show today. I want to thank Jeremy Case for bringing us the play-by-play on the neighborhood. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, turn on notifications so you know when we post and when we go live, and make sure you tune into our other podcasts. You got the 5280 podcast every Tuesday at 8765. The Wild Wild West podcast on Wednesdays at 7:30, 6:35, 34:30. And Broncos Breakdown with Bronco Bill every Friday at 8765 on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And then you have, obviously, the neighborhood that goes live anytime there's a game on. And that's on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Goodbye, everybody. We love you. We've had fun, but it is most definitely time to go because I'm exhausted. And I don't want to do this anymore.